Welcome, Valorant fans. It is finally here after 2 days of gameplay and non-stop wins and losses. The grand finals. We have Team Converse versus Team GenZ, and I'm Tash Fitness, joined with Bastion. Bastion, GenZ has showed a very dominant performance. They just came off a 2-0 in their semifinals against Godset.
Yeah, GenZ have been looking really good this tournament, and they're kind of the underdogs, I think, a little bit going into this, though, despite their performances. Converse were the winners of the last tournament, so certainly some eyes on them to try to repeat and do the same again. We'll see how it looks, though. Both of these teams certainly have their strengths, and we're looking at the agents right now. These are some pretty standard picks coming out as well. Pretty excited to get into this one.
Going to be going into Bind for map number 1. We're going to have GenZ as the attackers with Converse defending, as you mentioned, for these team comps we're seeing. But the one difference, we notice Converse is favoring this Astra, even with the recent patch kind of changing things up a little bit.
It has just a little bit. Now, Astra still has some benefits in that ultimate, certainly when you get it all charged up. You can kind of block off the field, silence things out, and that splitting the battlefield is certainly a nice utility to use for it. Though we do see some nice utility coming out for the other side. You have the Sova, some intelligence gathering. You also have the Omen to kind of block off and set up some nice peaks for your team. And then the Rays and the Phoenix for your blinds and kind of your jump in attack. We all love to go boom with the boom bots. So nice, really kind of collage of picks for both teams here.
Now, one thing you'll notice as we see the round 1 about to start, you do see a difference in credits as Rex has 50 left, and this is due to a lot of the credit changes, wanting to make this less about abilities, more about the gun play to this recent update. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and start off with a hot attack round. We see GenZ pushing through a split, 2 in hookah and 3 going long on this B side. We know they want to try and get a quick peek, but they have slowed things down the closer they get to this entrance.
And it looks like a rotation coming out of Converse. GenZ push onto the site, and they're going to start it off with 2 picks. Low main and Scroll picking it up. The plant is going down, and now it's up for Converse to try to rotate into the site. Omen sitting on the corner, looking for a blind on 2 that might be walking and gets it. And J0 is going to pick up Rex. Scroll takes out the other one, and last one standing, trying to pull off this comeback.
And this is just unfortunate for Boom. He's gonna find a very hard time clutching this one. A 1v5 on pistol round, no less. And pushing together, J0 will get the final kill for the flawless on GenZ. And they're gonna be up a little bit good for this second round, which this is gonna set them up nicely going in for a possible bonus.
Certainly will, and winning that first round is typically indicative of winning the second one. Now, that's not to say by any means that Converse are out of it, but you just get the bonuses, you get really better equipment to go into this next round, so we'll see if they're able to use that to their advantage. It looks like they might be favoring a B push again here, as we see Scroll likely going to lead the charge. The boom bot ready, has the judge, I believe, in hand, and they are going to be pushing up towards this hookah.
I don't blame them for being aggressive on this side yet again. They dominated last round, and they have the triple Spectre this time around for 3 full buys. 2 going for the saves. But Rex with the Sheriff Domes decay. Oh, but GenZ Scroll takes a Wildfire, trying to get that jumping headshot with the right-click classic, unable to come through. And just that fast, GenZ with 1 pick and a trade have taken over the site. They are having to try and do what they can. The flash will hurt the silver drone for a little bit, but Rex immediately gets the 1 tap with the Sheriff. Boom, cleans up Scroll. It is now a 4v2. Enzo gets 1, but Rex with the Sheriff. This man is dominating with that pistol, and Lucas will clean it all up.
Able to get the thrifty there, the defuse coming through. Nice job of Converse to beat the odds and take away this round, and that's going to even us up at 1 and also allow them to pick up some guns. Always nice not to have to buy those, and that means that you can get your heavy shields and have some extra eco going into the next round. We see a lot of Spectres coming out with a mix of some Vandals, and on the other side it's going to be a little bit of mix of Sheriffs and these assault rifles. So setting themselves up are pretty well, or Converse, going into this round.
Well, it was looking to be GenZ's bonus round. Instead, it's going to go the way of Converse. So their round 4 will be the full buy this time around. But we do see GenZ, they are having to do some interesting buys with the full rifle. Nothing else going their way though. A couple shares. So this time around they're doing a 4-1 split. Spike being left all alone. The 1 is on the B side, the 4 on A. They are yet to get near site. They are holding back very, very patiently. They're throwing some of their abilities out, trying to get something going, but the peek from Lucas finds himself 1 HP, able to get away just in time.
Obscuring vision.
And right now, they're going to look to use this Astra to block it off, still have the walls up, and so far, not pushing into the sites just yet, as Rex is going to get some healing off below main, picks up the first one onto Blitz. That does change things out, but the trade out from Boom onto low main means they even things out for themselves. Boom trying to get some shots, but they are by the teleporter through the showers. So far, still have not pushed onto the site with 40 seconds remaining. It looks like they're going to try the showers push here, but doesn't see him. The shot's on the mark. Boom picks up one. Wildfire picks up one, but Decay trades them both out, and Spike does get dropped for the moment. This does mean they'll have to reset.
We see the ultimate from Sky being used. We do have the info on B and that the A site is being left. So with that info, Converse are full send rotating over to B. This does leave Decay the option though if he chooses to rotate back to A side. But it looks like this is a full commit as they no longer have the time. 11 seconds left. This is not going to be easy. It's way too close, but Enzo may be able to clutch it up himself. He's trying everything he can do. 16 HP. But the time has run out. Played just right by Converse on defense. Rex will fall after time runs out. So the 2-1 after GenZ, they started off 1-0 looking clean.
It did, and able to turn things around. Our Converse here, really nice job of stalling it out, and Decay picks up 3 for their team and of course gets that final kill, but just not able to work the time as well as they wanted to. Tried to get a push onto what looked like the A side is first, but coming through those showers just wasn't clean enough. Able to pick up some kills coming in was GenZ, so it's up to Converse to try to be a little bit cleaner on this one. We'll see what they're able to do.
GenZ did take all members out of Converse that previous round, so this is an even AR round. There is not much of a credit advantage on the side of Converse defensively. And Decay, with the ultimate, will take down Rex on the introduction to B site. He's opened this up for his team. Remaining members of Converse, 1 will fall to Enzo with the headshot. The Vandal looking clean from him right now. The teleport coming through. On the other side, Decay was waiting, but Boom was more than ready. The Spike attempting to go down. The coverage is there to keep Converse from entering in. GenZ Scroll's gonna get the headshot onto Boom. He's looking for another. On the flank, having to take down the wall is Wildfire. This is just too much of an awkward situation for him. He has to go back around, trying to help his teammate. Throws out the blind. But look at GenZ. They are oh so patient. But the headshots coming through. Look at Waffle both getting one. Scroll trades out. Enzo to catch Wildfire on the other side. Just like that, we're all even.
Numbers game there. They get 2 picks, but 4 versus 2. The math not working out too well for them, and that does tie us up at 2-2. So Eco's sitting about even for both of these teams. Maybe not the advantage that we thought we had. Things really swung in the way of GenZ, and then it's kind of like Converse just snatched it right back from them, and so far it's been a pretty close game.
Definitely close. We see the 2-2. The one thing that's not so close, credits, is Converse. They do have to lightly buy. Oh, coming out with the Sheriffs, but low main running in with the Phantom gets the headshot on Lucas. No Sheriff kills for him. Boom finding himself lit up as well. Quite a bit of damage to the wall. Scroll will take down Rex with the heady. Through leading into site. 3 members already down, and the Spike is going to be planted.
This does mean a 5-on-2. Blitz trying to get out from heaven and find some kills. They need a pick here with Wildfire looming as well. For the moment, though, not able to find anything, and it looks like they have the site pretty well held down. Sova sending the bot. Going to peek over the top. Scroll picks up Wildfire. That leaves one last standing to Astra, all on their own with 5 members. This probably going to end up being just a pick on the exit. Likely won't be able to move into the site, and so far it looks like what they're going to opt to. Pretty smart choice if they're able to pick out somebody here, and they do get the kill onto Scroll. That will take some eco away from the Rays.
Blitz, the clean headshot catching, trying to get around corners. Gonna let himself die to the bomb. Does not want to lose that eco from the round. Is if you don't survive, if you survive and that bomb explodes, well, you're gonna find yourself with a little less cash. So this way, he's gonna be able to buy with his team. Both teams are gonna be on full ARs. However, Enzo, Low Main, and J0 both finding themselves pretty healthy on those credits. So this round on is going to be pretty important for Converse if they want to hurt the eco of GenZ.
Yeah, GenZ are set up for this round and the next one. So if Converse lose this one, they'll find themselves in a bit of a sticky spot. And really for momentum, this is a pretty big round because with that eco down, if they're able to steal this round away, it could be leading to a couple more. We see the ultimate though coming out very early from this Viper. They understand the importance and they want to lock down this B site. Full push so far onto this B site for GenZ as they're looking around the corner, and Converse have it held pretty well. Sneaking in though is Raze, looking for a little bit but can't see through the Viper cloud. Just going to get some spray down, and it looks like they're going to be stalled out for right now as the bomb thrown through. Could be a rotation.
Rotation is definitely something we can see here. That Viper ultimate is blocking off the perfect spot for Converse as Wildfire catches two, trying to rotate out, and he manages to give himself a defensive advantage already. This is being used very well. The ultimate hasn't even been popped yet, so he's able to stay clean so far. The two members for Converse already defensively set up on site. Lucas gets the headshot, immediately traded out by Low Main. There are only two members left for GenZ. They're gonna have to push through smokes if they want to find some picks, but the spray coming through gives away the positioning of one. Oh no, the look
the trade
Blitz, because of that, is able to find the last two from Showers. Such an unfortunate play for Low Main.
Very unlucky there, just did not have the flick at the end. Low Main getting picked off. Well, looked like it could be a good rotation over to the A site, and having Viper use that ultimate just made B so hard to siege. Not only can you not really walk in due to the decay, it's also hard from a like field of vision point of view to be able to see where everybody's at, and of course you can move around within that ultimate. Such a nice utility, though without this round to use it, it should be interesting to see if they favor this B side again, and it looks like they are mostly going to, with Omen lurking around the A. Could look for a rotation in on the backside, but ultimate coming out here from Converse.
The ultimate does not find any kills. Lucas with the headshot will find Decay, getting some damage traded back to him, finding himself 62 left. Wildfire though will trade out the positioning and take Scroll down. Yet again, Converse have found themselves up 5-3 in terms of teammates alive, already favoring themselves. The blind coming through from Hookah. Low wants to try and find that advantage. There's only two ultimates up to them now that they have lost their Raze. There's one left on the side of Converse, but 5v3, they're really not going to have to use it at this rate.
Not in the flashes coming out from Sky will keep J0 pinned down for just a moment. GenZ are looking to send two down the left side, with Omen still lurking around this A site, and rotations coming out onto the A site from Converse. This could be good for GenZ if they're able to scope it out. Looking around the corner is Jay. We'll see if he spots him out. Does get the shot and is going to take off the pick there. This does mean that Converse, having rotated over, are going to have to come back to B site, with B site all the way open for the plant now. GenZ going to go ahead and get that down. Lucas coming in through Hookah does get the headshot. That's one down, gets two down. That's the 3-piece so far for Lucas, who sees the last one, gets the 4, and that will be the round. Gets the defuse as well. Lucas coming up big for Converse.
Bastion, I don't care if that round was a clutch or not, because all I saw was Clutch Gene coming there out of Lucas, just taking the kills for himself, unafraid, no matter how low on health he got. He didn't even need the rest of his team to show up. That's how clean he just played that defensive round. Low Main even used his ultimate to get advantage positioning. A little unfortunate there. So GenZ, they will still have two ultimates, the Sova and Raze. Converse will have none, but the way they have been playing their ultimates may not really be needed.
Lucas just feeling themselves there, and I don't blame him. At that point, you're like, guys, I got it. Just let me do it, and they do it. But you mentioned these two ultimates. They are nice opportunities to get onto the site. And this time it looks like A is going to be the one under siege. Showers, but 2 go down already. 3 go down as Lucas and Boom trade out a couple of kills. And that leaves just 2 left for GenZ. Converse, 5 strong. They are going to get 2 headshots, though. Opens up the site onto A a little bit. The flank around coming from Wildfire could find him on the backside. The res comes through as well. And Wildfire might get a couple. He gets 2 picks here. 1 left. The rotation coming in from the teammates, and this does put him between a rock and a hard place, and Rex gets the kill on the scroll to finish that round out.
Beautiful headshots coming out from both teams, but that opening, I think Converse has found their absolute confidence, pushing back through Showers, taking 3 out right away. Then we just saw the clean headshots from Wildfire after the res, the double heady, putting Rex in an unfortunate situation. Or not Rex, I'm sorry, but GenZ in an unfortunate situation all alone in Shower. But we're going to be coming into round number 9, a 5-3 up for Converse, and they've done exactly what they needed. The eco broken for GenZ. They need to win this round to find any possible room to bring this half closer into their favor. Passion, they're yet again going slow. This time, it's a much harder split than what we've seen. It's a 3-2, 2 for the A, and 3 on B with 1 in hookah.
Likely going to look for a pick and then rotate over, but Boom gets the pick on the low main. That makes it a 5v4, and Converse have done such a good job of funneling GenZ into the locations they want, setting up some peaks and using these flashes incrementally to make sure that they don't get a hard push onto a site. But B looks like it's going to be the choice. 3 members hovering around it right now, 1 on the A site just to catch the backward rotation. We'll see if they're able to get into it, but Lucas gets a pick on Enzo, another one dropping as well as Scroll falls. J0 finally gets out the trade. That makes it a 4v2 for Converse.
Blitz able to help his teammate get a second kill during that small engagement. This is awkward now for GenZ as the K has to full rotate back over. But because there's 4
left.
up, they can have 2 on each side feeling clean. J0 is looking to push in on this site, but we see Rex and Blitz have good positioning. Oh, but J0 finds the head of Rex. Blitz with the headshot trade out himself. And Decay, he has a little bit of deal where he sends out the molly. It's enough to help get that headshot kill, but the time is not in his favor. He has to get this down quickly. He's got to do it as safe as possible. He does a quick step. There's another one behind him, and Wildfire with the headshot is going to secure this round. 6-3, the way of Converse.
Such a tough position there for Decay. You're running out of time, but they've got you covered on both sides, and it just does not work out for the Phoenix there. So far, Converse have been able to limit really the confidence of this GenZ squad. You see them taking it slow a lot of rounds. They just don't feel like they can get onto these sites quickly or really force their way on and force Converse to respond. So far, it's been Converse just getting the first picks, setting GenZ up at a disadvantage, and then rotating over to whichever site they finally prioritize, and it looks like it's going to be B again, Vengeance.
So we see for the eco, GenZ is forcing here 2 of their members having to full shield with Spectres. Unable to buy the ARs like the other 3 teammates, but we see Decay. He's using the ultimate, so is the Raze coming out. They both find a kill immediately with the quick entrance, but Lucas through the wall finds Scroll. He wants to try and see if anyone is still lurking in hookah, unable to find any kills. All members are on site. He has his own ult. He's gonna try to get an answer back. He finds one in trade for his own life. Enzo doing quick work with the tags from the Vandal. And this only leaves 2 members of Converse with the rotation. They hear the teleport. We're gonna find Blitz already going through. He's gonna pop a smoke, try and slow this down as best he can. He spots one. Shots will not be on point, so the plant is going to go down from J0. This is going to be clean. The 3v2 defensive setup starting off, but one is behind them. They know where Blitz is though with that sonar arrow.
They do, and it looks like they want to rotate out a little bit. Omen going to try the flank from short. Could look for it. Gets the shots. Decay takes down Boom, and that leaves one standing. The Astra all alone. Let's see if Blitz can clutch it up, but no. Decay puts him down. 3 kills that round, and GenZ will take one back their way for a 6-4 scoreline.
Getting that win very important there for GenZ. Their eco hurting, however, they are able to help their teammates scroll out with the buys. Enough of them surviving to be able to make this a much easier round on them. However, the eco's still this close outside of a couple members on Converse. GenZ are still in a situation of we need to win the score 6-4. There are only 2 rounds this half left. And I mean, I don't think they want to be down 8-4.
Certainly don't. It makes it quite tough on the other side. Sova the only ultimate here for GenZ. 2 ultimates on the side of Converse, and it looks like a B push. They have had a little bit of success on rotating from B, so we'll see if they go that way. Omen, but the blind, Lucas gets it anyways. Rex picks up Decay. Enzo finally trades it out, but Lucas has got 2, and that does set up for a 4v2. The bomb buddy going to lead the way as Lucas wants to notch a 3rd one. Has eyes on the Omen and looks for the peak, but Wildfire is rotating around, picks up J0, the last one remaining around the B site for GenZ, and they are going to be rotating into this midsection a little bit. Low main all alone, tries to get some pop shots, is not going to be good enough. Wildfire puts him down, and that, another round the way of Converse.
Last round before the switch.
Low main left in an awkward situation. So, talking about awkward, what's real awkward is this buy coming out of GenZ. Main's gonna have to settle for the full buy with a Sheriff at this moment. Enzo, the Spectre, half shield overall. Converse up 7-4. This last round could very well go their favor as long as they continue playing like they have this previous rounds. Lucas and Wildfire both each popping off with their headshots, multiple kills and rounds coming up big. They want to keep playing aggressive. Wildfire tries, but Lowmaid with the Sheriff through the wall finds the head of Wildfire. That is a hot start for GenZ.
That does open things up just a little bit. Vengeance pushing on his low main, feeling good after that pick. Sheriff shots do connect, but don't get the kills so far, and they're trying to find the site, but the rotations are coming through, and Lucas is going to pick him off. J0 finally gets Lucas. Low main going to pick up Boom, and that opens up the A site rotations coming through, but some guns available as well to this GenZ squad as Plant goes down. 1 in heaven, 1 on the backside as Rex knows that there's somebody around the corner but not ready to step up. Astra finally going to step up, and the flash coming through means they're ready to push out, try to find some picks. Rex is going to get 1 in the corner, but Low main trades them both out. 4 kills the way of the Omen, and that will take things to 7-5.
Switching sides.
Coming into this second half, we see Converse has set themselves up a great offensive round or to start off with, because I mean, when you're up 7-5, you have a little bit of playroom. However, using this first one, although defensive half, I'll give them, even though they lost the first round that time, they did find the second one with some Sheriffs. I don't think GenZ will make it as easy when they're the ones playing defense. Converse are really going to have to show up if they want to be able to take a quick lead in quick map 1. They have the ability to do so. It's going to come down to these initial pistols, just how fast we see this. I mean, Bastion, this setup, this could be aggressive because they're already starting off split.
It could be looking for something. The bomb buddy's coming out, but keep in mind they do have a Sage to wall off part of B if that's the way they decide to go. B push coming out, the teleporter as well, and some damage already onto Wildfire with the grenade. Does open things up a little bit, but Scroll will get the first kill onto Lucas. Push still on to B as the rest of the squad rotate over for GenZ, and they're holding tight onto this B site. Might see a bit of a rotation now coming out from Converse, at least towards this hookah, and we'll see if they decide to go to A entirely instead. But so far, they're pretty committed to this B push, Vengeance.
You see 2 pushing up hookah. Boom! Manages to find the headshot on Scroll, who was already a little bit weak. So it's before gets for the Wildfire, finding himself around half health. Gonna have to be very careful on any type of engagement he takes. We see GenZ, they almost send 2 back to A, but they're gonna leave 1. Have 1 rotate over to B, so it'll be 3 stacked there. And with 1 at A, this is a little bit risky, but with that blind attempt, he knows he takes down 1 after the flash. He's trying to find another through the wall, unable to do so. Finds some little bit of safety in U-Haul. Find a little bit of challenge from Boom, but it doesn't matter. The first shot. He finds 1. J0 backs him up and takes down Rex. We have 1 against 3 in DK. From behind, finds a headshot with the frenzy, takes down Blitz. Round number 1 of the second half. GenZ yet again starting off hot.
Low main makes a statement there with the kills, and that blind, fantastic onto short. I believe gets 4 different people with it, and the shots after will be good enough to give them the first round, and that's certainly what they need to shift some momentum in their way. And we see some buys coming out here. Judges and Spectres will give them a bit of an advantage over the pistols. Mostly the Sheriffs coming out here for Converse, so it's going to be up to the headshots to see if they can get enough value out of it. GenZ is looking pretty good on defense, though, and they needed a strong round to get them back into this.
You see Decay is going to come out with a Judge, as is Scroll, trying to play their tight angles. Wildfire has this Sheriff. He wants to try and find something. Orb tapped by Chaser. He wants to bait one out and manages to do so. The Spectre kill onto Wildfire. Not something he wanted to see happen right away. And with a couple members stacking towards that A short, they're having to back away, trying to make sure their flank is not being pressed up as J0 decides to retreat from Shower, find a much better defensive position.
So far, the numbers advantage in the way of the defender squad is it looks like A is going to be the site here for Converse, trying to get some headshots though, as Rex and they are taking quite a bit of damage. Lucas also going to take some damage on the backside, and Decay going to find Rex to take one down, making it a 3v5 here over on the A site. Not entirely sure that they're ready to commit, as Lucas still holding down this short. A bit pinned in here as Converse committed to this A site for the moment. Rotation through Showers as it looks like GenZ are finally going to step up. Low main ready to take it to them, and will get 2 kills as Boom finally trades one out. Enzo rotating over, and the Viper, the lone one standing over here on the A site against 4 members of GenZ. Trying to find the plant, trying to find something, but they are taking damage. Boom at about half HP, and it looks like a rotation from Enzo coming in here. Should be a rush, and that will be it. Enzo finds Boom to make it 7-7. We are all tied up.
Good couple round start for GenZ here. A little bit of different from the first half, finding themselves the 2-0 lead in the second half to tie it all up. And we see Converse unable to turn it around the Sheriffs this time. A little bit of better play. The angles we see GenZ holding, they know what they want to do at each site. Every player has their advantage position, and they are playing them very well right now. However, with this bonus round for them, we're going to see how Converse want to push up. Full ARs. They're gonna try and full set in the Boombot, the blind. Boombot falling down. The Judge too strong for Wildfire. Lucas is able to find the through the wall headshot, trade him out. The blind comes through. We see Loman. He's trying to find both. And he manages to do so.
A double
shot for the double kill. Manages to get the TP to safety as well. 2 members left, both trapped at B long. They're trying to find their way to hookah, but they don't know where Low Main is. They have to be careful. They have to rethink. They're backing up, and Low Main's behind them. He managed to find one. Will he find the second? Yes, he will.
We got 4
for Low Main in the bonus.
Low main is showing up here for the squad, gets the 4-piece, and these rotations around the backside have been so killer for Converse, just not able to keep tabs of where this Omen is going. 16-8. So far, it's looking like Low main might be your GenZ MVP if they can keep this one up, and Phantom's coming out for the entire squad except for the lone Spectre. They're looking pretty good economy-wise. It's up to Converse to try to steal one away on the Sheriff's round, and they need this round if they want to get some better economy.
We see Enzo doing himself a little bonus round here, moving on to round 16, and all of Converse half shield with Sheriffs, trying to find a little bit of something in the terms of eco going into the next round after. They do know they have a possibility to win, but it's not on their side. The advantage is completely the way of GenZ with these rifles. We see Lucas and Boom, both are trying to find anything through these walls, unable to do so. This Viper wall, they find a little bit of a cover for them, however, not to their advantage at all. Members are split up well defensively. We see the Owl drone coming through, trying to find any vision. Does manage to tag Boom. Lucas is going to have to help him fall back, trying to hold the angle best he can, but the full on send to A side is coming through. Decay, that double headshot with the Phantom though. And A no longer looks as good as it did.
No, not looking too good as Low main notches another one. Boom, though, finally gets the trade onto the Phoenix, who had some great picks to lead out this round.
30 seconds
It
left.
sets up for a 4v2 showdown. Converse trying to sneak onto this A site short, but Low Main has this angle pretty well. Lucas going to have to get a really nice headshot here to open it up.
One
Creeps
enemy
around the
remaining.
corner. Low Main is ready, takes him down, and that will leave just one left for Converse in the showers. Viper all on their own, runs around the corner, but Enzo puts him down, packages the present, and that is 9-7.
Man,
Weapon here.
DK putting on a show for his team, starting off with the 3K, not allowing Converse the chance to get a look at a good sight. There was a good opportunity, and it was taken by Boom to get the trade onto him, but too little, too late. It was 4v2. The 4 members do survive, finding GenZ in a great eco spot. I mean, look at these numbers. They are going to be healthy for a couple of rounds. Even the op coming through on Enzo is going to make this that much harder for Converse. Lucas manages to find scroll opening, but Enzo will find Blitz immediately.
The op makes it so much harder to push in, though through the teleporter, DK gets one. Lucas just not able to turn around in time. The ultimate comes through big, and so far, they're kind of stuck into the showers on a 4v3. Look in the way of GenZ, and Enzo wants to make that a 5v3, gets the res off onto GenZ's scroll, and Rex trying to peek out of showers, looking to see if he can find something, does have the flash, and with the Reyna here, could look for the double peek. Still not sold on it just yet, and this is the power of having the op in such good control. It makes these hard, but they're finally pushing onto things. Gets the headshot onto Low Main. That will open it up. GenZ, though, turns it around onto both as Rex and Wildfire fall, and Boom going to be the last one left on A short. The Viper keeps finding themselves the last one standing, and they will finally push onto this site, trying to find a little bit of a cover for themselves. Going to turn around, though,
30 seconds
and think
left.
about it a little bit, and it looks like GenZ are going to be happy enough to just hold out the time against the Viper, the last one standing for Converse. 20 seconds is all that remains.
Boom's gonna have a very difficult time here. He wants to try and find an opening on the site. 4v1 though, he may be better off just trying to save the
10
rifle
seconds left.
and use it in the next round. And it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. There's not enough time for him to get near sight. Using this poison orb to just keep himself covered. No vision necessary. And GenZ, they don't care enough to hunt him down. They don't want to take the risk. They know they're healthy. They know they're looking good. They've come back from 2 rounds down to being 3 rounds up, 5 in a row. Can they make it 6? Or is Converse going to come back here and say enough is enough? Even if we don't have a full buy round, we still want enough to take you out.
Pretty hard to bet against GenZ so far. They've done a really nice job of just holding these corners, and Converse trying to get in these sites have just got picked off time and time after. And it's really tough whenever you're able to hold them this well. They're not peeking out. They're not really giving Converse a chance to get picks for themselves to open up these sites. So going to be up to Converse to try to use their utility a little bit better. These Viper walls could come in a little bit more clutch, at least for my money. Is so far we haven't seen as much utility out of them maybe as we'd like to see, but Scroll is going to pick off Lucas. Coming through the TP are a couple teammates, and Rex is going to get a headshot on the backside of Low Main, though. Tries to get another one, but Decay going to take them out. Enzo doesn't pick up the shot on the op, and this does set up a 3v4, but rotation coming onto A.
Ooh, a little interesting though. Boom has found himself well onto site. He's behind J0. He may find an opportunity to be able to take him out, or at least cut the rotation with CT. He does find J0 with the headshot in the spray. One member has found his way to hookah. Roll is just taking down Wildfire 3 versus 2, but Boom has no health. He'll find the kill. Boom is Scroll. He's found 2 coming back into this second round. And the double heading the lineup for Blitz. They gave him exactly what he wanted and needed, and the attempt on the defuse is Enzo. He's full sending though.
He's sticking it.
Proso fake, baby. Proso fake, and that wins him the round. Blitz too little, too late on the kill.
The stick. Oh my god, what a fantastic play there from GenZ. Enzo just commits to it. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. Risk it for the biscuit, and it pays off there. 7-11, what a turnaround. Just 2 rounds left for GenZ to take this map home, and they have looked phenomenal on this side of the map. Converse just have not been able to find their spots onto these sites, and this op pickup for Enzo has made it so much harder for them to push on quickly.
You always love to see the gutsy plays like the no faking on the defuse. Just great for the defensive round. But DK starts the round off heavy for defense with a double heady himself. We see him
The chase.
more aggressive. He wants to find Rex, but oh no! Even while flashed, Rex is going to be the one to manage to find the kill. Running out of ammo was DK, and now the ultimate being used. He's going to find as much info as possible. He's found 2 on A site. This isn't looking too good either way for Converse. There's still only 3 members. One is only about 1 or maybe 2 shots left in him, but he does manage to find the headshot on Enzo. So even with that low HP, he's saying it doesn't matter. I can do more than enough to hurt you defensively. Omain so far all alone on B as the aggression comes through. Lucas with the grenade damage is able to find the headshot on low main, but the ult coming from Sova is good enough to stall the spike plant. Doesn't find any damage, but he has given info in time for his teammate. Rex, he's trying. That scroll is there, full health, well aware of what's going on in his surroundings. Lucas wants to find the kill, unable to do so. Oh, the shot's just behind. Blitz is trying to find as much cover as possible. They need to get this spike down now. They are trapped, and Scroll finding himself a third. J0 find the final onto Blitz, and what looked for Converse for a little bit there was just utterly taken away by the 2 members remaining, Sova and Raze. Too much of a presence with their abilities. And with that, they find themselves at match point for map number 1.
The key point there was J0 with that ultimate. You don't necessarily have to get kills with it, but you push them off just long enough to let your other member get set up into hookah, and that makes such a difference for them there as they're able to turn it around. And like you said, match point so far on defense, Converse has not won a single round, an absolute shutout, and they're going to commit to short so far. It looks like they want to get onto the site, but pick for low main already. Boom, gets a team shot onto Wildfire. J0 picks up 1, and that leaves 2 left for Converse. Low main gets another one, and 1 man standing does not matter. DK takes him down in 13-7. That's your map.
Okay. I think I have a question for Converse. What just happened? We have a team kill. We have the rocket coming out of Raze, immediately shot down. I don't even think he was able to get it off there. And holy GenZ. Converse started off hot on their defensive round. GenZ came back and said, yeah, our defense is just that much better.
Is it tough that as soon as you said what, I immediately went to what are those? Like, that's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Okay,
but
you have a problem. You have a problem.
But anyways, getting back to it, that was such a shutout. Like on defense, GenZ looked phenomenal. Really tough job there for Converse just to pick their spots, and they were never able to look confident or look really like they had these sites locked down even after they got the plants onto it. So it's going to be up to them to change things, and likely might want to start with switching up some of their agents. The Viper on defense got some good value, but just was not able to do a whole lot on the attacking side. Might want to switch that out for even something like a Sova that has a little bit more utility that can be used for those attacking pushes.
Well, while we're waiting to go ahead and get into map number 2, we're going to go ahead and take a little break. Go ahead and get yourself some drinks, some food, whatever you need to keep watching these finals, because I'm sure map number 2 is going to be just as exciting as map number 1. So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, TIH Vengeance joined with Bastion on the Cast's map 2. We are for Haven. This time around, we see defenders starting off. It's going to be GenZ. Converse will be the attackers. What I saw, Converse are the ones who chose this map, with map number 1 going the way of GenZ, finding themselves at a 1-0 deficit. This will be interesting if GenZ managed to pull off the 2-0 here.
It will be certainly not what we expected coming into it, but Gen Z have looked great, especially low main in that last set coming up so big, and they're back on the Omen again. So if they're able to replicate it, it's going to be really tough for Converse to try to stop that. Now, Haven a bit different than what we saw in the last map. Of course, you're gonna have 3 sites. It's more of an attacker-friendly
Select
site.
your agent.
So we'll see if Converse are able to do a little bit more onto this one, and it looks like they're gonna pivot by picking up the Cypher this time and adding a Sova. Some nice changes, at least in my opinion.
Going for a lot more vision, and with Astra on the team, they already have the smokes, so they don't have to worry about a thing. Now, finals we have here tonight are a best of 3. So for Gen Z, this is possible. Grand finals map. For Converse, on the other hand, this is, we need to tie it here, tie it now, and get to a map 3 for a chance if we want to take it all.
And a reminder out there for everyone watching, there is some cold hard cash on the line for the victors. Of course, the $100 going to the winner of this grand final. So certainly some pressure on to stay in this one if you're Converse. And to make the repeat happen, Gen Z, though, certainly would like to pocket that money for themselves and make a name, especially in this game, taking down the tyrants that are Converse. We'll see if they're able to do it. So far, going to be opting for a couple of ghosts on this side and decay on this jet. A new look for them.
It's going to be interesting to see how Converse want to start this off on attacker. We just saw in the previous map, they did not have the best of attacking rounds, whereas Gen Z popped off on defense. Domain's running back his Omen, so something to be careful, but the 3 rushing up A are trying to find as fast as they can a flank on C, which left wide open. All alone is the Killjoy, and he's just going to play as safe as possible. All triple wires are down. Spike planted Rex with the Frenzy, though. He's going to start off this round with kill onto Enzo. They are trying to find positioning as best they can. Blitz, headshot on the scroll. Rex up on the side, finds one. Wildfire gets the next, and boom! Converse! 1-0 start on the attackers. They said we might have been bad last time, but this time it's a much different start.
Momentum swing entirely the way of Converse on that first round, and that does give them some nice setup for this round. Of course, the Spectres coming through, the full shield buys as well. They are not playing around this round. On the other side, we see mainly the classics, and looks like we're gonna have a Shorty and a Sheriff come through as well. Maybe switching off of the Shorty, but we'll see what they opt to go to. And a bit of a change up here is the Bulldogs, something we don't see a lot of going to be picked up. Looks like they want to prioritize this mid control, though, and we see one in garage. Low main stepping up, does get headshot right out the gate. Wildfire not playing around there, and they are looking to push on to mid here with a couple more shots through the wall. Enzo, though, going to step up into garage, and they could be running into 2. The turnaround, but they are on the run away back to C. Will get mowed down on the backside as Lucas picks up 2. That makes it a 5v2, and that's going to be it for J0 as well, as Rex gets the trade out. Just one left standing. Decay cannot do it in another round the way of Converse.
Gen Z, so far, not looking very hot. They are finding themselves the ability to pick up rifles, this time in round number 3. But we do have the bonus for Converse. Not a single one of their members have fallen so far on Haven. This is a very good sign for them as of now. However, that doesn't mean Gen Z is going to just let them completely have their way this game. And one thing I do know is watching those Sheriff headshots, something about that is just satisfying.
It really is, and it'll be satisfying here if they're able to get this round as well. Go up 3-0. Gen Z had a similar start the last game, but were able to turn it around. It's up to their playmakers like Low Main, who has kind of shown up to be that so far. to swing this momentum in their favor, but boom, looking to lurk around on this Cypher in the mid, maybe set up for a bit of a rotation coming out, and it looks like Converse are going to start rotating into this B site. So far, GenZ have not made the rotation yet, but Scroll going to pick up 2, Blitz going to pick up 1, but Low Main trades it out. Rex and Decay also going to trade out some kills. It's a 1v3 Rex. The last one standing is getting pushed into the mid site, and Decay will put down Rex. That's going to be finally a round for GenZ.
Oh, there's every kill for Converse. Their first test of this map coming in round number 3. And there's going to be no bonus round for them as we see GenZ taking a pretty heavy advantage. And those were some great headshots coming out from them that last round. Immediately just one after one picking off. Looks like we are going to have a little bit of a pause here. Something seems to have happened on one side, so they're trying to figure it out as quickly as possible. Get their teammate back in, and it looks like maybe Lucas. There, he had to go somewhere, having a little bit of a connection issue. But hopefully we'll see him back soon enough. But looking at the K here, that round just put him 2 points short of his ult being the knives. This is just something you don't want to see if you are the attacking team Converse.
And make it quite difficult, and they just make those headshots look so easy, don't they? I watch a tournament like this and all of a sudden I'm feeling myself, and then I get into my own games and it just does not look like that. But so far both of these teams have been able to show up at different moments, and as you mentioned it, this Jet so close to the ultimate could be able to show up this round if they're able to get it. Might wait until the next round to use it though, especially if they're not able to find maybe as much value if they want out of this gun pickup though. The pause still going on gives us a little bit of time to talk about these agent pickups, and for me, one of the big ones is having this Killjoy on the side of this GenZ squad. And the nicety of having Killjoy means that you kind of take one of these sites off the map, in the sense that you don't have to hover directly on that site to at least know that they're going to be pushing onto it. Of course, you have the bots work for you. You do have those bombs as well to use to slow down the push or to stop the plant. So it can make what seems to be a 3 site more into a 2.5 or a 2.
It's definitely quite a long pause going on now. Lucas at least seems to his issue is going on a little bit further, I'm sure, than anyone anticipated. So these guys are just jumping around trying to do what they can. Even having a nice little conversation in the in-game chat themselves. Let's talk more about this buy. GenZ looking all healthy. Day0 the only one who's going to be at a half shield. We do see Converse, because that was their bonus attempt round, they're going to have the ability to still full buy. However, Boom will not be using an arrow. He'll have the Spectre instead.
Interesting switch there to go with the Spectre, though. The Spectre can certainly get you some rounds. It's not like it's a bad pickup per se, as we're still waiting on Lucas to come back from the moment. And Cypher, though, going to have the rest of their utilities, so they'll have that available to them on this site. And Cypher is one of these agents that can really set you up for some nice corner peeks using that camera. So you definitely want to have that available to you. Of course, you can throw down the shields to walk through, shoot through them as well, and use them as kind of a blind or a setup for a one-way peek in some situations. So that's always a nicety. And the ultimate not too far off for a couple members here of this Converse squad either.
Right now we see teammates trying to find out an ETA on Lucas's return. We do not want to stall this out, unfortunately. Oh, it looks like not even their own teammates know. So Bastion,
I might get this man on the phone.
yeah, if only we could do that. Definitely something we hope is resolved soon, so we can get the action back to you guys. And we see Converse up 2-1. GenZ just took away the bonus round from them.
There's the number. They put it in chat. There's the number. For all of you watching right now, I'm going to need you to call that. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I don't care if they're showing numbers or not. We don't even need to. They are now realizing we can see their messages, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. That is how the observer works. We can see their messages.
Oh, Lord. They're going to randomly get a call late tonight. It's going to be like, hey, how's it going? They'll be like, is this so-and-so from Godset? And it's going, oh. It's like those random text messages you get where it's like, hey, this is so-and-so. You're like, nah, wrong message, dude. The wrong number. You know what I'm talking about? I got one of those yesterday, actually. It was quite awkward.
Oh, man. Well, we know someone may have made a mistake tonight.
Yeah,
What?
quite possible.
I'm hoping those were just troll numbers. These guys weren't serious at all.
I would imagine that. So, in the meantime, it looks like Lucas is still not back. So I'm wondering if they kind of messed themselves up, ran and got some Taco Bell before game, you know? Sounds like a good idea until it's a bad idea.
Okay. Wildfire is trying to just drop like some deep stuff right now. I don't know what's going on. Again, anyone just now joining us doesn't know what is happening. It seems that one of Converse's teammates, Lucas, is having some issues, whether it's with his PC connection or whatever. We are not sure. Not even his own team has an ETA and when he's going to be coming back. So this is quite the long pause that we have. We do not want to have to start this in a 4v5 situation. We'd rather have all 5 teammates be able to play against each other. We're still sitting at a 2-1 in a potential finals match win map for Gen Z after map 1, a complete domination from the defensive side. But this is, man, I'm sure everybody here outside of Lucas is loving this wait.
Oh yeah, they're just sweating it out. Just absolutely sweating. It's like you need an entire warm-up after you come back from this. You played like so long, then you take a pause. It's like, all right, guys, we got to go to the training practice and get things set up again. But for all you out there, shout out to the production for tonight. I don't know if anybody else has done it, but we love them out here at Godset Hero. Go ahead and say hi to the crowd. How you doing tonight?
All right, he says F chat, I don't want to talk to them. So just like that, because he's ignoring everybody, this is
a big shout out. Big shout out to the production. Cannot do it without them. And thank you for everything you do over here at Godset. So, you know, sometimes it's tough being the man behind the camera. You don't get all the love that we got, but we give you some love. So appreciate you. In the meantime, we would absolutely appreciate it if Lucas would come back. So please send out an SOS. Somebody find this man.
do we need to start like issuing penalties to players that do this? Like, hey, we're gonna give you an incentive to hurry up and get back. we will we are definitely going to hopefully get him here soon. But in the meantime, guys in chat, let us know who you think is going to take this map, or who you want to win it all, and whether or not you think that phone number was real and may have needed to been turned off.
Also, go ahead and cast your vote for who you think might be the MVP of this set. We've seen some interesting players so far throwing their name into the hat, and it looks like it could be a close one, especially if they're able to pull it out and make it to the next map. So my vote's for Low Main. We'll see if they're able to pull it back. Let's see what y'all got.
Wait, did you say your votes for Low Main?
Oh yeah, but that's a great name anyways. Just because like Low Main in general, but Low Main, like the player in here. Hey, dude, I'm a big fan of Low Main. I don't know about y'all, but if you've ever got like the bag Low Main from Food Lion, like that's my go-to when I don't feel like cooking. Like I will hit that every time.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. All right. It looks like this pause is finally over. Lucas has managed to come back. I'm glad he wanted to join us for the rest of map number 2. Finally making it here. But in all seriousness, looks like these teams are getting ready to go. GenZ going to be able to finish setting up defensively. Converse, they have quite the mid presence showing so far. And Blitz is going to immediately go in and put his orbs down. Try and find as much vision and utility uses as possible. Make GenZ stay out. Converse. Oh, they're not going to get the plant down. Scroll gets the headshot. He has the ultimate used, but Wildfire around the corner. Fight 2 with the headshot. Enzo and will get a double kill trade as Rex takes down J0. A 2v2 situation, and the spike down, not planted. Blitz caught Enzo slipping. The headshot's free. They get a free rush over to A site, and oh, low main too little, too late. They've already crossed through. They're gonna get this plant down and have a defensive setup. Does he know once
got the corner though?
He's gonna go through. No, he's just gonna go through and headshot through the wall from Boom.
Boom set up, just waiting on that one, and they will get it as well as the victory going the way of Converse. Lucas comes back and his team takes the round. So 3-1 so far, our stat line. They've done a much better job of attacking on this map, and of course the agent switch seems to have benefited them so far, as really attacking was where they struggled the most last round. But economy going to be switching pretty much in their favor entirely at this point, as they do all have the full loadout, and this is crunch time for GenZ. They need to look to take one back here. They are going to be on a bit of a save round, and so far push coming out onto the A side as well as mid. Boom gonna look for the pick, but does not find it just yet. Rex set up for the headshot, gets the headshot onto Decay, who looked like they expended the ultimate there as well. Wildfire gonna pick up Scroll in the mid. Means that we are a 5v3 push coming on to the B site. Wildfire gonna look for the flash, but so far Enzo pushed back off, using the Killjoy to slow down the push, but Lucas gonna get low main on the backside. Means that another one falls down, and the spike is not gonna get planted at all as Wildfire and Boom pick up the final 2, the flawless coming out for the attacker side.
GenZ just getting picked apart one after the other that round. Their aggressive play now working against them heavily. They may need to try and find a more defensive setup than what they're currently running. So they're finding themselves down 4-1. They do have an AR available round. The 2 of their members are going to have to settle for half shields instead of the full.
And that can be a big difference maker, having the 25 instead of the 50. It certainly means that you won't be able to take some of these more long-range shots with things like the Phantom, but Ultimate going to be expended here. They are pushing hard onto the C site. So far, the flying going to come out, does hit onto the Jet, and Lucas secures the site for the moment as Plant seems to be coming down. Looks like it's going to be a full retake.
Good for GenZ to get out of there before any trouble could be made. And Enzo's going to start off the retake with the headshot. Wilmain finds one for himself. Make that 2 on the Wildfire with the flick. But Boom on the back end, rotating through Garage, will find Enzo. As the defuse starts coming through, the ultimates are being used. The tag comes through as well. Rex finds J0 with the ultimate, but it's not enough. The defuse comes through all the way. Can he find a kill on someone rotating up? Nope. He's gonna survive, but it's gonna come at the cost of the round.
It does. 2-4 the kill line, or sorry, the game line right now. And Rex leading the way for this Converse team on the Sova pick has played really well, opening up these sites and just getting the information they need to make the decisions that have so far just benefited them. Playing this mid, the control over the mid part of the map, very beneficial. And then looking to push through onto C has worked pretty well. We'll see if they look to go that way this time, but so far, shot's going to come through Garage, does take down the extra defenses there, so they can look for some headshots through the wall. Looks like they want to peek in, and J0 going to be in the mid, but Decay gets the first one on to Boom. Push coming into Garage, and that will be a headshot for Wildfire onto the Sova, taking him down and evening it out. Wildfire going to back up and heal, though, as it looks like Lucas is trying to push in. The Killjoy holding them out of the site for just a moment. Might be able to rotate in on Enzo, but instead going to back out and C. Looks like it might be the default for them here. A couple of members rotating over, and Rex on the Sova looking to use the arrow for information.
Low main over at Ceylon was able to find Blitz, trying to get any sort of information or peak kills that he could in long. Just still outgunned there. And as C-Site is given up, Converse are actually going to be rotating in. Wildfire has the spike, but he's pushing very aggressively. I hope he knows he's the one with spike. Low main, he's trying to peek around the corner as much as he can. The gun is spotted though. This is not looking good. Wildfire finds the easy headshot. Low main not even looking his way. Plant is gonna go down. And GenZ have found themselves into 3. Make that 2v3 for a defensive retake. As Lucas found the headshot there. And this is not looking good for GenZ at all. They had a couple of clean rounds coming through their way. Finding the 4-3 is not going to be easy. Enzo, however, wants to make it easy. The headshot on Lucas, the blind. Scroll will get the headshot of Wildfire while blind. And he has to get back up, but Enzo's there to help. Rex takes one out only to lose his life. And the round will go the defense's way in a 2v3 situation.
Fantastic job to sneak that one away from GenZ there. The Killjoy comes up big, able to get the defuse, and that means, like you said, we are at a 3-4 round. This going to help out the economy just a bit for this GenZ squad. Everybody going to be able to purchase guns, except for the Lonely Jet. Having a bit of a rough round so far, but we'll see if they're able to get back into things. And it looks like J0 going to be the one actually opting for the Spectre instead. Both sides on these assault rifles, so this is a pivotal round. If they're able to win this one, GenZ will even it up and be right back into this one, though. Lucas gonna try to have something to say about it, and hopefully they do after making us stick around from that long pause, but they are pushing up into this mid spot, looking for a bit of a pick. Enzo on the Killjoy holding things down with the bot in the corner, and so far Lucas not able to get any shots on it, just off the mark, but Enzo peeking could get picked off, and it looks like they want to commit to a slow push in the mid instead with the Omen using the blind. That will be enough to keep him out. Still stuck in this mid spot.
The Converse looking for anything they can, and Boom manages to find the first kill with the headshot over onto Scroll on the A side. Omen, he's tried, but over there in time towards Converse. Boom's gonna fall to DK, getting on the site. The flash comes through, it's temporary, but Wildfire, he finds the K just in time before it wears off. Lucas gets spotted out by the arrow. They're gonna go ahead and try and get the plant down, and the Silva ultimate is gonna be used. He wants to find anything to stop this plant. They're doing everything they can. Wildfire is using the ultimate. He's gonna do it from under heaven, and with the Astra up, only the people above heaven could hear that. So they have an idea of where he was. They can't make any too aggressive movement. They don't know where the rest of the team were at all. And this positioning defensively for Converse has placed very well.
It does, but finally a pick comes through. Blitz gets Enzo, and that opens things up as Wildfire trades one out as well. And so far, they're not able to get onto the map. Low main falls to Wildfire, who gets 3 that way on the Phoenix. And that will be another round going to the way of Converse to give them a 2-round cushion. Looking pretty good so far. J0 has just not been able to have any kind of success for their team getting into these sites on the retakes, so a bit of a tough one there for GenZ, and they haven't looked as good at channeling Converse into the way they want as they did on the previous map. The last time on Bind, they did a really good job of taking away avenues for Converse to get into the sites, and not being able to do that here has opened up a lot for this attacker side.
Went to the eye in the sky for a second. You can see the beautiful scenery in the background. Riot putting in work on these maps. We did get a look at the black hole as well at the edge of the map. Not something anyone is able to get to, thankfully, as that would be extremely risky for a player to walk towards. But for now, we are going to watch Converse take a very interesting setup. They're showing so much presence in mid, but they're not actually grouped there. They are playing as patiently as possible around the sides of this map as well. DK is lurking as best he can. GenZ is on a save round. Enzo bought the newly renewed cost 950 credits Stinger, and Blitz, he's gonna be the one to open it up. He found Low main this time around instead of Low main finding him. So C has been opened up wide. Lucas clearing out garage as well with the headshot on Jay. 2 members. They're trying to
Spike
push back and
planted.
take it quickly. Stinger is picked up. They want to find anything they can. Decay, he's known where he's at thanks to the tripwire of Boom and GenZ. This is not the situation that they want to be able to try and retake. 5 members standing on Converse. Any attempt to garage this. Lucas shows why you don't want to try it. Enzo gets headed out of that one. Decay, he wants to try and just run around, create as much commotion as he can. Scroll, he's just looking at the window, and it looks like they're going to choose to possibly
Enemy
save.
remaining.
But Decay's not going to get that opportunity as Boom has caught him with the headshot, leaving the site. So Scroll all alone is just going to hide a garage, not let himself be killed to give him any extra ult points. Take death, the extra creds. 6-3, the way of Converse.
Converse are making a statement here, not willing to drop any more rounds to this GenZ squad, who so far have just given up these sites to retake, and the retakes have not gone very well. Get stuck there in the garage and just cannot make their way onto the site. And trying to go for that wraparound was Decay, but Boom just a little too wary even at the end of that round to allow that one to happen. So it's going to be up to them to get a little creative and try to find their way back into these sites, or at least try to get some initial picks to even things out for an easier retake. Wildfire, though, leading out with the flash, and so far they're starting to push up into this midsection. First pick comes out. Blitz takes down Low Main, who walked down the C long to see if they could find someone. Instead gets traded out. Garage going to be the next battle site, and Wildfire wins that one. J0 cannot find the kill, and that opens up 5v3 here for Converse.
He may not have won the fight in garage, but J0 did do quite a bit of damage to a couple members of Converse. Gives his teammates an opportunity to try and find something. And so he's trying to find the peak, and he does. The head of red is taken away. So he's free to use his lockdown ultimate. The plant is going to be successful for Converse, but they have to run out as fast as possible. 5 seconds left until this locks them down and keeps them from being able to do anything. Almost Boom getting caught in that one, but with no one detained, they're able to rush back. Defuse was started. It's not going to find anything as Lucas finds the head of Decay with the op.
Enemy remaining.
And Scroll
Last
on the
player
back
standing.
end, though, finds 3 members lurking. Lucas trades Enzo, so it's a 1v1, but the pressure is on Scroll. He needs to find this kill as quickly as possible. Gonna go ahead and go for the spike. Try and get it half and turn around if he can. He does manage to do so, but too little too late. Lucas already around the corner. He's going to find the head, and he's choosing not to take the op along with him. A 7-3 lead for Converse.
Here.
Momentum entirely the way of Converse here, and it's not looking too good for the GenZ squad. For all those fans out there, economy a bit in tatters. They just have not been able to find any of these early rounds, and even on the rounds where they were thrifty, have just not been able to come up there and even things out. We do have just a few more, and we'll be going to the switch of sides, so we'll see if they're able to do a bit more for themselves on attacking side. Though last time his defense that made the difference, but Blitz making the difference here, gets 2 kills. Decay, J0 falling down, and that is not boding well for this GenZ squad. One
enemy
left
remaining.
standing as Rex and Lucas pick him up. Low Main falls down. Enzo on the entire opposite side of the map now has to rotate over and try to make a difference here. Will look for the pick onto Boom, but Boom just a bit better there. Gets the kill, and 8-3 your skill on.
Last round in the half.
Well, GenZ knew that was a really hard round to have a chance at winning, so they were most likely expecting to be down that round. However, they want to find it, make it 8-4. Because last map, they were down 7-5, but that was going into defense. This time it'll be going into offense that they will be down. So maybe they have something up their sleeves for that second half of this map on Haven to try put something together. For now, Converse looking like a completely dominant team with the Astra ultimate being used. They're going to be able to find pressure wherever they need, as they're going for a very quick plant that no one from GenZ can hear.
Scroll gets the first kill on the Boom, though the plant, of course, down, trying to hold this one down as Rex has the corner. He's going to peek out here, gets a pick onto Enzo, but gets traded out there by Low Main, and Scroll going to fall as well. Low Main picks one up, though. Decay is trying to cover for the defuse here, but will get picked off as Wildfire, a little too wary to let that one happen. They pick it up, but drop it immediately back down as Astra ability going to be used. Jumps in, but Decay gets the kill onto Wildfire. Defuse back up, but that's not going to be good enough. Attackers take that one away. Blitz coming in big for their team.
Switching sides.
Converse on defense find themselves up 9-3. So far, they're showing that map 3 is very likely going to happen. Gen Z is going to have to put together an incredible string of rounds in order to take this one away, or not only map number 2, but the match as a whole for the grand finals win. Wildfire and Lucas, just like map number 1, the first half, they have shown a strong presence. Gen Z, not so strong themselves. Is this where they turn it around, though, or is Converse going to keep this streak alive? The defensive setup is looking nice. 1 at B, 2 at the side sites. Gen Z say we're going to full rush, and Lucas says, no, you're not. The headshot with the Sheriff. Low Main going to trade Rex right back out. The blind onto Lucas is going to open up a site a little bit better.
So far, Scroll, though, going to pick one up. Does even things out a bit as Gen Z get control of the A site. Trying to rotate in is Converse, and Enzo going to be underneath and sitting in Hell. Has pretty good sight on the side of it. J0 going to be trying to cover things as well, get some information for the team as Converse looking to rotate in. 1 in Heaven, 2 on the long side of things, the back part of the site. They're rotating in now, and Blitz trying to look for a pick, but that's going to trigger the traps, and so far they're not able to walk any further onto site. The damage coming in as well, but we'll get a kill as Blitz. J0 gets 1, Scroll gets 2, and Wildfire with the trade out just not good enough. The numbers game there for him, and Gen Z finally strip one away from themselves.
Well, the first pistol round goes the way of Gen Z. They're going to find themselves being able to full body with some Spectres, but Scroll says, nope, I'm taking the half shield and the Vandal. I want the 1 taps on the head. Converse, they're rerunning the Sheriffs and Rex and Lucas. And Lucas did make some work of that Sheriff in the first round. So we'll see if he can do it again. Because if he does, not only will they be able to find themselves a 10th round, but a free upgrade for a bonus for absolutely nothing. And just again, starting off the round with the first kill, headshot onto Low Main. Uses the dash to get out of there quickly. Gen Z are using that L-drone to find any information possible.
Pushing into the site, though, is Gen Z, and they will take control of the A site. Looking for the plant soon, but it just has not come down yet. As Converse rotate in, Lucas picks another one up, but Scroll finally puts down this Jet, who has been able to find some fantastic headshots so far. Rex on the side, but the plant does finally go down. Wildfire on the back, looking for the flank. Scroll takes down Boom, and they're pushing onto the site. The Killjoy is spotted out. Not good enough as Enzo puts him down, and Decay takes out Blitz. Leaves 1 left for this squad, and Scroll gonna take him down as well, and that going to be 3 kills for Scroll and another round for Gen Z.
Lucas doing a great job defensively just to find the 2 kills with the Sheriff. His life, the only one traded out for it right away. But unfortunately for Converse, the rest of the team were not able to find any picks individually for themselves. So the 3v4 on the defensive hold of the spike. Gen Z shows a brute force on that one. But they are going to have to come back. They're going to use their bonus. We see a Sheriff, some Spectres, and 1 Vandal yet again. The Converse, on the other hand, are going to be AR'd up completely. 3 half shields. So this fight is going to probably determine the next 2 rounds.
Often it does, just based off of that economy. Decay trying to walk in through garage is going to have the headshot. Great blind. Lucas, though, Rex Blitz come in with kills, and that leaves 1 left for Gen Z. Absolutely obliterated over here on the C side. Looks for the last shot. Does not have it just yet as Lucas tries to go pick up the bomb. Is this Killjoy, but Enzo is left against 4 members. Likely not going to win it, but they take 1 down before Rex hits him with the arrow, and that will be the turnaround. Converse finally stealing it away. 5 rounds, the difference.
Bonus round does not go Gen Z's way, but they were down in comparison. Spectres and Sheriffs more than ARs against ARs. The Converse find themselves a pretty comfortable win, giving them the 10th round win. 10 against 5. And Gen Z bring this deficit back into their favor. Will Converse continue this streak, take us to a map number 3? Will Lucas get another first kill with the headshot of the round? And it doesn't look so because, well, Gen Z's not pushing A long that soon.
Might have learned their lesson. Lucas has looked fantastic on the headshots with the Sheriff. This time, though, going to be sporting this Jet ult, holding down A site all the same as Wildfire posted up in mid, throws the blind, and that might slow things down. But they are going to use the Omen blackout long enough to get into things. Enzo picks up a kill on the Blitz, and this does mean the site, for now, at least, is Gen Z, but they're trying to get the plant finally. Get a kill is Rex, as they're going to take down the spike planter themselves. A 4v4 is Scroll gets one onto Lucas. This even things up a little bit more. Takes another one down as Boom falls, and this is 4v2. Gen Z in control.
Spike
The headshots
planted.
beautifully coming out from Scroll. He says he wants his team to start coming back in. He has 17 kills
Last
for
player
Gen Z
standing.
and make that 18, the 3rd headshot of the round onto Rex. It's all up to Wildfire. No ultimate to assist him, but nope. Make that 4 for Scroll. Wildfire taken down with the headshot. See Scroll, he's finding these angles even on the attacker side, and these are some looking easy lineups for him with the Vandal.
Scroll must have been watching the cast back and during that pause and thought, huh, y'all like low main, wait and see what I got for y'all. And right now they are showing up and showing out. 19 and 11. Fantastic scoreline like you highlighted, and on this arena you can start to walk away from things if you can find these picks. So they are looking to load up on this A site, and so far Lucas has been able to find some good picks, but right now it's Wildfire and Boom holding things down as DK takes down Boom. The trade out is Wildfire finds a fantastic shot. Looks like he's gonna get 2, and that is big. So far they are able to finally trade one out. 3 for 2. This A site might not be the play as they're slowing things down a little bit. Reyna still on the A side, but rotation coming out towards C as Killjoy is starting to slink around. But Scroll looking for the pick here. Lucas holding down the corner, trying to get this shorty kill, and they might see them. Scroll a little too wary for that one. Gets a pick, evens it out for 2v2. And right now, everybody on A, but Killjoy on C should have a pretty clean plant.
I don't know about you, but I may need some medicine after watching those headshots from Wildfire with the Sheriff. Absolutely disgusting. It took long enough, but
I need a shower.
his life was finally traded out. Blitz and Rex both stacking up at A, and it looks like Gen Z may have recognized this. They're
30
over on
seconds
C,
left.
getting the plant down. It's gonna be a long rotation for the 2 members of Converse. And with the lockdown coming out, once they get near the site, they will have to stop. Otherwise, they're going to be completely detained. And, well, I'm pretty sure Scroll is looking to rack up his kill count to near 25. No one is going to be detained, though, as they do arrive. They are making noise, though, so Scroll is aware of their presence. He's looking for the find. He doesn't find the headshot, but he does find Rex, finally. Manages to retreat into garage. 60 HP left on Blitz. The blind coming through. He's trying to get onto site the best he can. He wants to find the kill. He does manage to find Enzo with the headshot, but he has to find the defuse. He's going to try and challenge Scroll here. He does not win
not
it.
good enough.
Scroll with the headshot. 23 kills. This man has put his team in the backpack and said, we're going on a hike.
This looks like an episode of Dora, and Scroll is Dora. The rest of the team is Map, hopping right back into that backpack. And so far, they've been able to make a real comeback for themselves on this side of the map. The Reyna coming in big for the rest of the team with these blinds and just the clutch up moments. 4 kills that round the way of Scroll. Yes, I did.
You really
did.
just compared this to Dora the Explorer.
I gotta plug that in there sometime. Good childhood
talk
moments.
about your analogies here. Anyway, we're coming into this round. We see GenZ feeling themselves have already pushed up A long. They're just now going to A short. But Converse have nearly abandoned the site. And with the smoke covering the CT side, there's only one with vision from heaven. But GenZ have decided they're full retreating out and rotating. This is interesting because Converse now, they have a very clean
Lucas on the
setup.
op. Yeah, Lucas sitting here on the op for C long. Killjoy could rotate right into an op shot if they don't watch out, but mid control going to be the priority here as it looks like they want to rotate more towards this B site, but slowly headed back towards A instead. They might just be playing the switch around onto this Converse team, and so far it's working as it looks like Converse are going to be center massed around the mid part around this B side of the map, and A rotation coming in slowly, but they are rotating back in, seeing the Omen smoke. So far the push in, Boom gonna get one to start this off though, should help them out a little bit as Decay falling, J0 planting, and this GenZ squad are committed to A, but rotation coming in here from Converse, not ready to let this one stay. The ultimate coming out of the Phoenix, they're pushing in. Scroll gonna pick up Wildfire, that helps them out a little bit, but Boom gonna trade one out. Enzo gonna pick up one, and Blitz puts down Scroll. The Reyna no more. Lucas trades out as well, and Enzo going to fall. That just leaves the bomb to be defused. Fantastic retake there from Converse.
GenZ, we're looking hot for quite some time, but it looks like not taking advantage of the rotation from Converse the first time. Whether they knew or not, do not know for sure, but they did know the second time around. Unfortunately for them, the team of Converse and their comms knew very well to tell the two members to stay at A just in case. They did not have any sight or even sound from the way of C, even with the knowledge that the Killjoy had thrown her molly in C long. So very good discipline and confidence in your own teammates, and as a reward, they get the round.
Get out of my way.
They do. They're set up to take us to a third map if they can get two more. Decay gonna go in, finds one onto Wildfire though, gets another one. Blitz, Rex turns around onto the Jet, finally putting him down, and Enzo sitting on the backside. His ultimate coming out from Rex here, trying to find a pick for themselves, but they might get some friendly fire in the meantime. Take some shots, and the Owl drone coming out as J0 picks up Boom. This leaves them into a 2v4, and so far Converse on the back foot. Lucas on this op trying to find a pick, and it might be tough for them to push onto the site. We'll see if they decide to hold on to their guns instead. J0 aware of this op is not pushing out, and it looks like they're just going to hold down C and maybe try to pick off somebody on the rotation out.
They do, but Low Main says he doesn't want to let this op live. He finds a couple tags, but it's not going to do anything. And Rex gonna back up and find the kill through. Enzo's gonna trade him out and Scroll. This man is insane with this Vandal. All I see are headshots in the screen. I can't believe I didn't get to see that from his perspective, because that op was ready to stare down the sights, and he says, I don't care what gun you have, I'm putting you down.
Tough one there, the op falling, and another round gonna go the way of GenZ, not wanting to take this one lightly. Still need 2 rounds to clutch it up our Converse, so they are in the position to take this one away, but they're going to be on a light round for themselves. All assault rifles coming the way of GenZ, and just some sheriffs on the side of Converse. They're going to need some big picks here. C going to be the choice right now, sending 2, looks like 3 down this side, and having a rotation through from Low Main sitting around this midpoint. Could run into Boom on this Cypher, but so far the C site goes well. Low Main picks up Boom on the rotation of the Cypher, and it getting good positioning on this site. They should be able to hold it.
Converse, they're trying to play passively from C, but it doesn't matter. Low Main is finding pick after pick in mid. Rex, for the Sheriff, will finally find Low Main. J0 find Blitz. Lucas trades Scroll, but J0 says, I'm still here. I found your head as well, Lucas. It's all up to Rex for the 1v3. Can he pull this off? We'll have to see, but no, because he did not keep an eye on that right corner, where many people like to lurk. The K choosing to sit there this time around, finding the head of him. We find ourselves at 11-9. Let me remind you, this started off as a 9-3 half in favor of Converse.
GenZ not going to go down without swinging back some shots, and they're trading blows right here with this Converse squad. Money on the line, of course, and map victory if they're able to steal this one away. They do have economy in their favor, of course, but we see the op coming back out for Lucas could make things tough, especially if they want to favor this A side again. In the meantime, though, they might have an eye on it. They're taking things slow. Lucas trying to find a pick here. Does not get it. Gets traded out instead as Scroll picks up the kill. That is a nasty one, folks, and throws the blind, trying to push on to this A site, but backs up for the moment. And my, taking out that op, a big one for the Gen Z squad.
There's anything I've learned this map so far, it is
Don't
that
mess with
as
Scroll.
disgusting as Lucas and Wildfire can get some headshots in, Scroll will say, I don't care as long as I'm on this team. We are very well in this game. He is on top of his play right now, using the ultimate to go in. He's already taken the head of Lucas with the op away. He's trying to find any other lurking defenders. There's one now known in heaven, but Rex finds J0 with the shock dart. The retake is the beginning, but Scrolls found yet again another headshot. Surprise, the low main takes down Rex in heaven as he's trying to peek out. There's now a 2v4 on the retake. And Gen Z have positioned themselves very well. Converse, they know they should not push this one. They're going to choose better to just go ahead and try to save.
Might be a good idea for them there, and taking this one away really started with Scroll there. That pick massive to open up this A site, and so far it's been this Reyna that has been able to pull their team forward. In these moments, you're really looking for someone to step up, and that's what they've been able to do for it. With this falling down, it leaves just a one match cushion here for the Converse side, and so far the momentum has entirely swung the way of Gen Z.
Well, if you thought 9-3 was a big enough lead to take Gen Z out of this game, you thought wrong. Scroll 26-13-2. Headshot after headshot. It doesn't matter what anyone wants to say about how this map started. He has started popping off. He's found his rhythm. His teammates, I believe, are starting to find their rhythm right behind him. Converse, these guys need to get something done fast, and they're trying something to do it. Wildfire's playing really aggressive, but unfortunately for him, he's spotted out, blinded, and he's going to fall. Scroll just full sending Enzo, taking Rex down on the back end of C. They want to push through, but because they know the rotation is going to come out, they say we're full sending to A, and it doesn't seem that anyone from Converse is recognized.
This is a big play coming out of Gen Z. You get picks on one side, run straight to the other one, though Converse finally catching wind of this are rotating over. The Jet ultimate out. Lucas needs to get some value out of this one. They need to get this round back some way, somehow. J0 going to put the plant down, trying to cover here so that way they can't push onto the site. And Jet, Lucas gets taken down immediately by Decay. Jet on Jet crime there, and they are trying to push into the site. But Boom, up in heaven, has not been able to find anything. Actually gets found by Scroll, who is on an absolute tear, and Blitz with the trade out is not good enough as Low Main puts him down in 11-11. We are all tied up, Vengeance.
Gen Z showing exactly why they are here. Doesn't matter if their team is playing bad, as long as one of their members is on point, they will stay in this game till the bitter end. They have come down from a 6-round deficit to tie it all up. They are ahead in the eco. They are set for the remaining rounds, whereas Converse, they have to find a W just to be able to keep up. The save round coming through for here with some half buys. They will provide them an AR in the next one, which means they may be expecting Gen Z to be on grand finals point.
Quite possible, but Converse going to do their best to prevent that from happening. And so far, Gen Z know all the weight on this round right here. This can be a real backbreaker for this Converse squad if they can't steal it away. Are taking their time on this garage push and in the mid, looking to control it as they've done before. But we see a bit of a rotation starting towards this A site and then floating back around. They're just not ready to commit just yet, and instead looking for the picks as Wildfire holding down garage. trying to be a staple for their team here, and the rotation starting to come back towards A again. It looks like they might be ready. 40 seconds on the clock, though. They've got to find something soon.
And we see Lomain, he's lining up his smokes. He's gonna send them out. This is the signal for GenZ to send it into full here. Boom, the only one on site, but with the help of his Astra, they're able to delay a slight push. J0 finds the heady. Lucas finds a double with the judge, however. Lomain will find him. He'll find another headshot through the smoke. This is not looking good for Converse. However, this is more of a save round. J0, he finds the head of Rex. Scroll went down, but like I said before, right behind him, his team has started picking up. And J0 got himself a nice few headshots. Match point, finals point for GenZ. Converse have to win this round and take us to overtime.
The squad showing up here for Scroll. They said you've carried it long enough. We're here to help with the load. And J0 bouncing back from a rough start has really showed up the last couple of rounds. We are on match point. This is for all the dinero right here if they're able to take it away. If not, we'll go to overtime and both teams will have a chance to show who rightfully deserves it. But all the pressure on Converse here in Blitz, holding down C as they're putting most of their concentrated effort around this B and A, knowing how pivotal it is to control this mid pressure, making sure that they don't open up the site too well. And they are holding steadfast to these corners, not ready to give them any chance to get any of these headshots in these early picks. So far, we're seeing a little bit of a slow rotation towards A, maybe going to favor that one again. A short rotation does seem to have 3 members.
We do see Boom and Rex trying to hold A with info the best they can. But with this lockdown coming out, it forces the ultimate out of Rex. He's going to have to take it down to start anything. And with that ult being used, the rotation to C has begun. There's one member lurking in B1, the high side of garage. One on C who decides, I'm getting out of here as fast as I possibly can. We do not want to lose any members immediately. Smart decision made. CP from Lomain onto site. He wants to protect his team as best he can. The plant is going to come through. Are any ultimates? Yes, that plant will give J0 his ultimate. He can play from long if he wants. The members are lining up in garage and in spawn. Converse Boom finds the K. Lucas finds GenZ with the headshot. Lomain finds 2.
Lomain!
Shot from Popfire. Blitz and Rex find a headshot though. It's all up to Enzo. 1 against 3. The defuse is coming out. Finds one, but Boom finds the headshot in the end zone. Round number 24 to Converse. We are going into overtime.
As if you thought this one was going to end any other way, we are going down to the wire between these two teams. They are not giving the other one an inch at all. And this is where things get very hectic. You're able to buy full loadouts for yourself, and that kind of puts everything on the table for both of these teams. We're going to have to see if GenZ is able to kind of stave off what Converse has been able to do on that last round. They got some good rotations out, and this time they're going to be on the attacking side. So it's up to GenZ to try to make a statement on the defender side, where they didn't have as much success as they did on the attackers.
Just get set up.
Oh, we saw a brief tack pause coming out for GenZ. Looks like they may have wanted to have a quick discussion about what they wanted to do here on defense. They know how their defensive half went. They do not want to have a repeat of that. They'd rather have a stronger showing. We're seeing a little bit of a difference. Lomain, he's going to play high on C. No members, though, have started pushing through. We have a big grouping towards A lobby coming out of Converse. Only one trying to lurk towards mid. As we see 3, now 4 members favoring the B to C side of the map. Only one sitting in A, and that is going to be Enzo on this Killjoy. He's going to be able to have a little bit of info, though, with his bots and mollies splitting apart this map. Enzo, it's going to start this with a headshot on the Waffle. Make that 2 on the Blitz. He's saying we're not going to have a repeat of our defensive round from the first half. Rex finds the cape as he's pushing through the smoke. They're going to also be finding themselves on a retreat. Scroll, though, however, is nearby to hear this. One's going to try and find to catch them out on long. He's not going to be able to do so, though, as a little bit of a pushback coming out of Rex and Lucas here. We do see Boom is over on C's site. He may be trying to pull in a full rotation to get them off in their own spawn. But because of his callouts, Converse rotating through. Low main though has spotted this out. He's letting them pass. He's going to flank behind. Boom finds one headshot on J0. He gets tagged up a little bit
30
by
seconds
Scroll through the wall. And the plant is
Spike
going to go
planted.
down successfully. The teleport through the tripwire. They will not know unless they heard that teleport. All three members are trying to see Rex is getting the lineup going. He does manage to hit one, but his life is traded out. Lucas falls. Boom getting the kill on the
player
backside. Scroll. He
standing.
falls to Boom. It's a 1v2. Defensive round's not looking as good as it was.
remaining.
However, Enzo, he is found
1v1.
Rex with the peak secures round number 13 in their favor.
Switching
Converse
sides.
able to get the
Match
first
point.
one of overtime, puts all the pressure on GenZ here. They have got to respond, and they are on their side of the map now where they've had the most success. But Lucas pulling out the op again wants to make this much harder for them. And if they're able to hold down this A site, which is where GenZ has been favoring whenever they've had the most success, it's going to be tough for them. But we got to talk about that last round. Rex wins the 1v1, comes up big. And now, match point on the side of Converse. We'll see if they're able to take it away. Scroll floating around this mid to C. Keep your eye on them to definitely try to make a big impact in this round. They have been the difference maker for this GenZ squad and the proponent of getting themselves back in from that massive deficit we saw earlier. But C being the favoring here, a little bit of a garage push-up as they might try to go that way. Mid presence all on the side of GenZ right now. A going to be left completely open except for the op. They could look to go that way, though they're going to have to get past this jet in the meantime, favoring this garage C side, as it looks like most of Converse have now rotated into the B site. Two sitting on C. We'll see where they decide to go.
Converse are playing very defensively and passively as well. They do not want to give any opening to GenZ. They know from their attack half that GenZ had, they will take full advantage of any individual pick. They can't afford to lose a member. And now it looks like the A rotation is going to be called. And Lucas is here with the op, and he's slow walking. He's going to get me a kill. He finds the first one on the J0. The team's rushing through. The blind comes out, and he's able to walk away to safety. The push coming through from Decay. Lucas, though, is able to find himself safely with help of the smoke blitz. Headshot on the Scroll. Enzo returns the kill onto him, and the blind finds multiple members of Converse. You have 13 seconds left to get the plant down. Decay is trying to do just that. Low main is protecting with everything he's got. The headshot onto one. He goes up. He finds a second kill. The teleport down. He's playing Juke City, but Rex catches him when he
Last player
lands.
standing.
Wildfire wants to try and find. It's a 2v1 as Decay through the wall finds Rex. The flash coming through around the wall. He has another. He wants to get it down. He does find the flash on Decay. However, will he find the kill? Yes, he gets the headshot.
Oh, he got it! He got it!
Wow, the clutch play. He has plenty of time for the spike. We are going to map number 3. Wildfire coming in big.
Defenders win.
What a clutch up there for Wildfire. Doesn't even need anyone else. Gets the headshot onto the jet, finishes it off, and that will punch their ticket to a game 3. If you thought this was going to be settled any other way, you are wrong. We are going to be going down to our next map, which we'll find out in just a little bit. But stay tuned. We are not done with this finals just yet.
We are here for the grand finals. Map number 3. It is going to be Ascent. Converse will be on the attacking side. GenZ defenders. It is now all or nothing. Best of one. Winner takes all. Other two maps, as exciting as they were, no longer matter. All they have done is bring in the mental game. Which team will have the better mindset coming in and staying in overall? That was an impressive game. Converse takes the overtime win, and Bastion, I am ready to finally crown the Godset Trial of Diligence Grand Finals champion.
I am excited about this one, especially the way we left off on that last map down to overtime and they're able to clutch it up. What a fantastic job there. But both of these teams are deserving. GenZ have had some great comebacks in these sets and show why they're able to really hold it with Converse, though Converse likely the ones who are kind of the favorite coming into this, and so far they've had some really shining moments, but not to be left out of this conversation has been this GenZ squad, and so far they're opting for some Ghost as Scroll looking to pick off where they left off. Wildfire, though, going to get the first kill onto Enzo. Should open things up. The B push coming out here as Wildfire going around the backside trying to find some kills. Scroll picks one up there, but boom, and Lucas trade him out, and that will leave it to a 4v2. Trying to take this site and get the plant down as it finally falls. Decay working up into the site. They are going to put some shots out, but Blitz gets them with the Ghost, and that will make it difficult here. Low main, the last one, sees him in Boathouse, gets the headshot though, and that will be enough to take one out. Looking for another kill as it is a 1v3. The plant still down. Low main, 11 HP, and a Dream is walking around the corner looking for it, but doesn't see anyone just yet. Does trip over the kill wire, and boom, with the pop-up shot, we'll take that one away.
Unfortunate jump there for Lowman. He had an impressive kill to get through the wall with the Ghost. Unfortunately for him, the leap while shift walking, he's kind of too slow, so he's going to land on the tripwire, fall. Converse get round number 1, and they also get their full armor. Spectre buys in. Boom, coming up big with 2-0. Round number 1. But GenZ gonna have a frenzy and sheriff buy. Scroll, if he plays like he did last game, he may be able to find a few headshots here, opening up this round number 2. There is a tag on to Enzo as he had to retreat from the spot he was holding. This time 3 members strong on B, 2 towards A, as we do see Decay has made the decision to try and rotate. Just called off. Members of Converse could be heard leaving the B entrance.
They are. Rex holding this entrance so far, just sitting around the rotation, coming out towards A, but also going to have the bomb actually on the B site. We'll see which way they go. Cypher trying to move up into mid is going to look to get some positioning there, and so far we see a pretty steadfast hold from this GenZ squad. Going to make some sound over there on the right side of the map is Lucas and Lomain. In hell, just chilling out, waiting for the push onto the site. The Jet will make an appearance, and so far, Scroll going to be in a shootout there, but DK going to get the first one onto Lucas. Puts this one in favor. They pick up the Spectre as well, tossing it straight over to Scroll, who will be able to make some good use of it likely, but Enzo makes good use of the frenzy, picks up a kill. Wildfire trades it out to Rex, picks up onto Enzo, and that makes it a 3v2. The spike plant going down here. 15 seconds left. Converse looking to hold on to this one yet now as Scroll pushes in. Wildfire going to be holding on to this site here. Gets a headshot onto it. Last one, the flash comes through. Does not get that one. Going to be traded out by Scroll with the flash. 22 HP. The Spectre in hand. Boom. Pushing up, looking to get the trade out here. It is a 2v1, and boom, will put down Scroll. Another one going the way of Converse.
2 rounds in a row. Bonus coming through for Converse. Not all members going to be carrying Spectres. Those few of them did end up falling. Boom, still with Rex deathless so far in map number 3. It's probably going to change here very soon as we are on a full buy for GenZ with the AR. Scroll yet again going for this half shield Vandal.
Let me show you how the boss does.
This is Ascent. This map is not that easy to find any shot, many angles, many routes. Overall, it's gonna come down to who has the better gunplay within the ability usage. We see Boom. He's trying to find whatever vision he possibly can for information, unable to do so successfully as his bot is taken out of the door. Aldrone coming through. They find a peek onto one, but he's not going to find any tags. It looks like GenZ have found themselves setting up a little bit more favoring the A side. Aggressive push coming up from Decay. He's getting ready almost, it seems, to peek mid. No one from Converse, however, has the spike in hand. They're waiting, it looks like, for some sort of pick or known rotation from GenZ.
This does give them a lot of flexibility, though. You don't have to worry about the spike being left at a site that you might not favor, and the push into market coming out here as Converse finally starting to make a move. Pick gonna go down as Scroll picks up Lucas. 40 seconds left. They've got to make something happen here if they want to. Enzo gonna get 3, though, is enough to push them off of the site. 1 left as they come up big. Gets 4. That is a flawless round for GenZ defenders. Take one away from the attackers.
Enzo headshot after headshot after headshot. The 4K Scroll opening up that round for his team on the headshot kill onto Lucas in market, and so did the rest of the work itself, it seemed like. And there was a little bit of an awkward spot there for Converses. They were trying to push towards site, but because of the angle J0 was holding, it was near impossible to push through without paying attention to your backside. They get punished for it. For this round number 4, they are heavy stacked on A with Boom lurking towards this mid side B on the tiles. He's gonna actually find the pick onto Decay, catching him lurking, trying to find that cheeky little wall stand pick in mid. And he was more than ready for that with the ultimate coming out from Wildfire. This is going to be an entry into A site. And he finds the kill as well onto low main with the headshot. He's gonna get a reset, but Scroll, what a flick up to the head of Wildfire. He takes that one down easily. There's one under hell. He's in a bad spot. Boom takes down 1. No, make that 2 to help Lucas end round number 4 and give them a 3-1 lead.
A nice cushion there for Converse as they're able to pick it up. They have nice economy their way also, and I don't know if you guys got to saw it, but Game recognizing Game there on that shot. Wildfire giving the props to Scroll, and Scroll really trying to bring it up for their team again this round. Has not had quite as much success so far as we saw in the previous map, but watch out if they start to get heated and B where Converse wants to get going this time, as they came out with the A push last time, got some picks and were able to open things up. The Astra going to drop the ability, does start the march onto the site. They're moving in, but the flash coming out. This could be a big one for Scroll, who picks one up onto Rex and does get a bit of a heal from the Sage. That does mean they're going to back up here, throw the blind out. Though site has been abandoned so far. They're rotating back towards this mid control, looking to find something. Enzo picks up Wildfire, takes another one down. That evens things out. 5-3 so far the way of GenZ, or evens it out for them. And Lucas pushing towards this A side, wants to get through tree, but is going to run into 2 members. Falls to low main, who was wary of that one. Blitz trying to get some pop shots onto him as Boom and Blitz going to be the last 2 members trying to make something happen here, but they are outnumbered in this mid.
Boom finally rejoining his teammate on site. Blitz is going to go ahead and get the plant down. GenZ making sure they themselves are grouped up. They do not want to give any opportunity for Converse to secure this round. Hey, Boom, he's lurking towards hell. So is Blitz, but it looks like he may have been spotted out. A shot started going for the lower end. None coming through down below of A heaven so far. Low main looks like he has a blind loaded up. He does use it. He manages to at least connect with Boom. Decay takes down Blitz. Boom trades out 1. Make that 2. Make that 4! Nearly clutching up, but Enzo finally takes Boom down. What a stand for him, finding himself 10 total kills. We nearly just witnessed An incredible ace.
Boom, tries to pull it out, but Enzo just shorts him out of that one. Fantastic job all the same. And Cypher coming up big. We've seen really a rotation of players. We talk about one and then somebody else shows up for these squads, and that just speaks to this high level of play. Any one of these people at any time can pop off on any day, show up and be the person that their team needs to carry them to victory. So don't sleep on any member so far, and try not to sleep on GenZ as Converse, as they have the lead, but GenZ making it pretty tough. We're looking at about a round difference as they're starting to head towards this A site for the moment, and GenZ are rotating slowly, it looks like, towards A. Maybe have heard and spotted out some of the members of Converse, so we're taking things slow onto this main spot of A. We see Low Main sitting in the corner on the right side here, the Omen looking to pick somebody out whenever they walk in, and DK is going to have the tree as well, but in comes the Jet, gets picked out immediately. Low Main picks up 2, Decay gets 1 as trade outcoming. Rex finally gets Low Main, gets Decay as well, gets 3. Rex showing up big for the squad here as Scroll falls down, and that does give them the spike. Boom, rotating on the backside, could look for a flank spike. Still hasn't been planted, but we're looking at a 2v2.
Incredible trade coming out
enemy
from
remaining.
Rex, and on the backside, boom, found one. Enzo is trying to push, but he's around the corner, and that ultimate gives him knowledge where exactly the last one remaining is. Enzo is now finding himself in a 1v2.
30
We
seconds
know
left.
Rex is already going to send himself towards the other site, working around the corner. Oh, Enzo is not gonna fall. Boom, not managing to find enough damage there. Plant has finally gone down, and in mid they may be meeting, but no, he sneaks through market before any vision is possible. But the dart comes through. Double dart make that. This is a lot of vision for these guys. Enzo in a bad spot. He's got to try and find Phoenix quickly, but he's not going to be able to do so. Rex with body shot will clean him up. The help of Boom from market. Converse have found themselves up 4-2.
That's 4 kills that round for Rex. Converse sitting pretty well on this round, having a couple members with some extra economy, though not a massive gap just yet in this economy. A bit of a buy round will be coming out, as most of Converse, however, are going to have the assault rifles. GenZ likely trying to save a little bit for the next round, knowing that things have been a little bit tougher for them, but this squad has seemed to look a little bit better on attacking at points, so we'll see what that looks like when we get to there. In the meantime, though, they are on the defense, and we see them starting to work up as Converse walking right into Decay as Lucas, as they're going to take one down with the Jet ultimate. That gives us a 5v4 so far, and Lucas going to pick up another one onto Scroll. That is a big pick for this Converse squad, as Lucas trying to do everything they can for their team to open up this A site. And we see him walking in here. Low Main, though, finally with the shorty puts down the Jet, and that does mean a rotation over to B for Converse, as most members of GenZ are going to be A, with J0 falling. Nobody left over here on the B side of the map, and Converse should be able to take this one pretty swiftly.
Onto site already, sharding the door to market. GenZ doing what they can to rotate over. It is Low Main and Enzo trying to do what they can against the remaining members of Converse, but this is a 4v2. It's not going to be that easy. They need to find the immediate headshot.
enemy remaining.
Oh, Wildfire, the knifing. He finds one, make that 2 on the transition to Enzo. The double headshots coming through, securing their round number 5 win. A nice, comfortable 3-round lead. This is getting a little more difficult from GenZ. However, what we have seen the previous 2 maps is that GenZ, the second half, always comes out stronger.
They do seem to be a second half squad, likely feeling out the strategy the Converse uses and just getting for a feel the way they move around the map. We've seen a lot of rotations coming out, and most of this has been off of picks, and if GenZ is able to hold things a little bit tighter, it might take some of those opportunities away from this Converse squad, as picks really have weighed in heavily on this match so far to give them the advantage. And so far, it's been a lot around this A site. Lucas able to do some things on Catwalk earlier. Right now, though, we still have a 5v5 as Low Main holding things tight. 3 members on A, and they are going to get the pick. Lucas takes him down, but DK turns around one onto Wildfire, and that means 4v4 again, as grouping still on A site. the Cypher sitting in the mid, looking for anybody rotating across the mid part of the map. So far, GenZ not committing to a full rotation to A, and it looks like Converse are going to be sticking around, though, trying to get a little bit extra information between the Cypher and the Sova to see if they're ready to commit to this. And they're just hanging out for the moment here. But if they're able to get a nice push on, they do still have the numbers in the area.
Well, as much as I like to say this is a 4v4, Lucas is finding himself at 1 HP. DK immediately
Spike
finds
down
Blitz as he
A.
peeks around the corner. Scroll, however, taken down
30
by
seconds
Rex
left.
with the ultimate. Enzo is going to use his to find out whatever information he can. He spots that there is members in A long. They're not trying to give up just yet on A site. The flash does hit one. It's not fully recognized. Oh, shots through the wall, but the spike is taken down. The K finding Lucas.
A.
Make that
One
two. The
enemy
headshot
remaining.
through the
10
box.
seconds left.
And boom, the trade is J0, but the K yet again is there.
I was
Not just for the third kill there, but for the ace.
DK doing it all themselves there. Comes up big. Goes straight from 3 to 8. The 5, the ace piece. Really nice job there, and that notches a win for themselves and takes this gap down to just 2 rounds as GenZ never out of it. We talk about how they're a second half team, but they're doing a nice job of keeping this gap really close so far. Converse have had some good plays themselves. We talk about Boom earlier on, but not to take anything away from this defense just yet. And B is where we're seeing a grouping from Converse here. The A site seemed just a little bit too hard for them to take it there, so they're going to try their hand on the other side of the map. The Cypher, though, has been playing the mid part, looking for some picks across market or anybody stepping up onto Cat. We'll see if Boom's able to find one that might help out with these rotations.
Basically, we have a bit of a tech pause as it appears J0 may have been having some issues in the meantime. We're going to see this pause come out. Hopefully, this is faster than what happened with Lucas. I don't think we want to be sitting around again for another 8-10 minutes. And I definitely
least we're
don't
getting
want
a
to
nice
have to get
aerial
into random conversations again after some of the things you were saying earlier. But
All
for
right,
now,
all right.
we do see Converse is fully stacking up on B. It looks like J0 is back. So with that, GenZ is going to get themselves situated up defensively and get ready for this round that should be starting any second. So this is going to be interesting from Converse, because if they are just going to full send B, they're going to have to be fast and accurate as well, because the two members, Enzo and J0, are playing this tight hold on the entrance of B.
They are. Keep in mind, though, GA0 rocking the Spectre may make it a little bit harder for them to get an early pick off on this site. And if they're able to rush it really well, they do have the numbers in fold, having 5 members on this side. So far, as you mentioned, just 2 holding down this B site. We'll see if the rotations come out, but our Spectator hero giving us a nice spectation of the map. You get to see these wonderful views of Ascent,
there's
a
a
nice
training
bell
mount.
tower. The beautiful, random floating objects and the explosion in the middle that we never get to really appreciate the beauty of this map.
No, and if you do recognize any of the surroundings, yes, some of this is for the shooting range training map overall, getting used to any new characters, guns, or whatever you need to do to practice. It's a nice little range as well, giving you every situation. But it finally looks like our teams are ready to go. Converse stacked up B side. The A lurk coming out from Decay and low main yet again. Maybe trying to find Decay another ace. Unfortunately for him, wrong side of the map. Wildfire, another ultimate. He's coming through aggressively. He finds the double flash. He's trying to find, but the shots are not hitting. They finally do. However, Enzo is able to trade out Wildfire, but that was just his ultimate. As Lucas was taken down in the meantime, Rex finds Scroll.
Spike
Enzo
down,
finds
B.
Blitz in the trade. They want to find what they can, but Wildfire has shut the market door. A hard lurk from low main. It appears around the close corner of B, and Wildfire decides he's going to take out the door. Decay finds Boom rotating out, and the spike
Last
has
player
fallen as well.
standing.
Decay with the headshot onto Wildfire. This only leaves Rex, but he's coming from the defensive side spawn. Scroll is going to be rezzed. He's very close. Decay gets taken down by Rex. The flash temporary, and Scroll is going to find the headshot onto him. The lead has now been cut down to 1 round for Converse.
Really nice job there. The flash just too good. Res coming out as well, and Scroll puts him down. Converse seemed to flounder a little bit, pushing onto that B site. Just were not able to find a nice hold for themselves. And A may be the look here. We've seen Cypher look to just float around and try to find the picks, and so far it's worked out decently for them. Hasn't come up with maybe as much as they were expecting. But this A-site push could be a rotation back towards B. We see the spike somewhere sitting in the middle, and instead they're pushing more towards Cat, and this mid pressure could be met, however, as it looks like Decay wants to step up,
Spike
picks
down
up
mid.
Blitz, and that will be our first kill of the round. Wall also coming down makes it a little bit harder, and the Owl drone spotted out there as they're pushed onto Cat. For the moment, though, it looks like Decay is going to push back into Tree, and that will be it for that there. And Lucas pushing into the mid with Wildfire. Could find a pick here. Scroll going to peek around the corner in just a second. The Sheriff going to be good enough. Wildfire picks it up and gets the Vandal for themselves as B-site might be the target now. Lucas, though, going to rotate back towards the mid, and they are going to go pick up this spike, which so far has not been taken to a site just yet. And B, where we're going, never mind, we're going back towards this mid part of the map. Could be a rotation back to A, and if so, right now there's just Omen and Decay.
Scanning ahead.
Converse, they want to make this rotation. Boom doing everything he can to show presence
30
at B
seconds
side,
left.
possibly pull a full rotation out of Gen Z. Even getting some vision tag, but with the flash from Wildfire, Domain was close enough to understand what is going on. Lucas nearly falling, but does not find the final hit on him. Wildfire takes out Low Main with the Vandal, but he finds Lucas in trade. Rex gets the headshot on Decay with the Sheriff. This leaves a 3v2 for the retake of Gen Z. They need to find these picks, and they need to do it fast. They don't want to lose this round. This would be one heck of a
remaining.
thrifty. Wildfire finds Enzo. Rex with the Sheriff headshot yet again, and the thrifty does come
Master
through.
curse.
Converse find themselves a 6-4 lead.
You did it to them, and they got the thrifty
I didn't
there,
do anything.
6-4.
I'm not.
That's
the one
not
who
what
missed the
they're
shots.
saying.
No, I didn't miss the shots.
All right, well, either way, certainly going to take that thrifty and the economy that comes with it, as they have notched themselves a bit of a cushion. Again, 2 rounds, the difference. We'll see where they look to go this time, and rotations have been the name of the game for them. We saw a lot actually out of that last round. Looked like they were going B, then they went A, and it seemed to fool this Gen Z squad just a little bit. Converse very patient on these pushes, looking for their best opportunities, and can't say that I blame them when the defense has been this tough to crack. So far, though, pushing into B main, and they're going to get the orb. Wildfire just 1 away from having the ultimate available to them. Some pushing down A side as well. We could see Lucas looking for a pick again. Decay going to be on the wall, holding things down. And for the moment, Boom looking for a pick onto Low Main, but Low Main is sitting on the corner with the shorty. Knows that there's somebody right around the corner and not willing to step up. We'll see who gets the better of who here. And for the moment, Boom is playing this so meticulously slow, but J0 also around the corner does throw the arrow, and they know where he's at, so they're trying to get the angle here. This is a nail biter too, sitting on the other side of the wall. Boom staring down into him, but it opens up the A site for them, and they are going to push in, trying to get some kills here. Lucas going to open it up, but Low Main and Scroll pick out 2, and that will make things just a little
30
bit
seconds
easier
left.
for Gen Z here. 4-4, the spike finally getting planted as Blitz puts that down, but Scroll going to be picked up by Lucas. Means that they have better positioning here. Rotation into the A site, and that's going to be another one. J0 falling down.
Enemy
Lucas
remaining.
looking for the 4, has the 4, looking for the ace, does not get the ace. Blitz going to steal that one away, but will take the 4-piece, and Converse
Last round
take the
before
7th round.
switch.
7-4 lead for Converse, looking to go up 8-4 here. Both sides are going to be fully kitted out coming into this final round of the half. And Gen Z, they know they want and need to take this one away. Yes, do they have the confidence in the second half? They sure as hell do. However, it's not ideal to be down 4 rounds, so they'd rather make this 2. They probably want to do this fast as Odin shots coming through. versus Nova to the wall, but the firing squad Scroll and Low Main able to find two, immediately return, and Boom manages to find a third kill for his team, or second kill for his team. Just leave 3 steady.
I know exactly.
Third kill from Boom. J0 getting headshot immediately as he's seen. Astra ultimate coming through. They don't want to be heard, but with the vision of the Cypher bot, this means they know where one is. Enzo shots at him off the mark through the wall. They're gonna try peeking. He finds the head of Boom, and the ultimate coming out of the Sova. Decay is able to find Blitz for free, and he finds Rex as he peeks around the corner. Rex got some damage off, just short of the kill. The two members playing well together. GenZ managed to take the final round, bringing themselves back within 2.
That's a big round there to have a little bit more momentum coming in. Only 2 rounds the difference after that half. And as we've seen, GenZ do typically show up a little bit more in the second round, so we'll see if it holds true for them. But Converse are going to be on the other side here defending a bit, so it's going to be tough to crack this base, and we'll see how they look to do it. For the moment, looks like we're going to have a couple ghosts coming out for both sides, actually, as well as some classics, and the Sage has the walls, so could look for a little bit of play for some peaks. In the moment, though, a strong holding on this A site for this Converse squad, as we see a couple over here on the left side for GenZ and some A as well. Probably going to look for the picks before trying to go to either one site. Looks like the spike, though, however, going to be on the A site as 3 members of Converse are holding tight. This is going to be a tough one to push onto.
Found you.
This is something that GenZ do need to be wary of. The tripwire is going to be activated there, so there's a little bit of info for Converse. They are not giving up any of their positioning, knowing they have 3 members holding A. They don't need to worry about anything else. GenZ, however, do need to play more carefully. They have 3 members stacked B side, and Lomain with the spike is looking for any information at all and is unable to find it as of now. The flash is going to come through. It does find one. Lucas shows himself. Lomain takes shots. Nothing is hitting so far. Both teams just trading shots, but this does leave GenZ the opportunity to rotate out. And as they decide to, Converse, they start making the rotations as well. Scroll finds the opening kill onto Rex with the through the wall headshot. Decay manages to find his way on site with the wall. Oh, Scroll nearly falling. Does fall as Blitz comes through the smoke. But they want to keep finding what they can. J0 manages to find one. Decay finds Blitz in market. Not gonna let his teammate get trade out. Wildfire takes Decay. Traded out immediately by Lomain. The blind misses. Can he find Boom, or will find him? Neither one so far. J0 shows himself for the jump. They're trying to do everything they can. The flash to support the team is there. They want to find this kill quickly. J0 doing what he can to throw himself. This arrow comes through, and Lomain with the frenzy pushing at Boom will be the one to finally find the kill.
Boom tries to take on the 3v1, but just cannot find the shots there. In first round, going the way of this GenZ squad, certainly helping them out, and having the momentum does mean Spectre is going to be on their side. While across the way for Converse, they're looking at the Sheriffs. For Lucas, we've seen the fantastic headshot, so no surprise to be opting for that, but could trade it out for a classic. We'll see which way they decide to go, and Enzo looks to be going for the flash. As soon as this round starts out, we could see a very hard A push as all 5 members going to be on this side of the map. Only 2 make that 3 sitting around for Converse, but the rotation slowing down just a bit. They are going to use the ability to go into it. The flash held onto as well as Lomain going to watch the backside, not completely committing to it, but the rotation is coming around onto the backside. We'll see if they're able to spot it out. Lucas trying to get a pick here on the rotation, and it looks like they're going to be pushing onto this A site. Lucas could have Enzo here, picks up 1. We'll see if they're able to turn some more around. Spectre pick up, and that could be trouble as they're not able to get it. Scroll going to trade him out. DK takes him down. Blitz picks up DK, and that does make it a 3 for 3 as Plant finally comes down for this side. Wildfire on the backside. Lomain sitting under on Hell, trying to help out Scroll, who's in the corner. 2 up on Heaven as Boom And Astra looking to push onto it here. Wildfire separated off, and Blitz gonna pick up the kill onto J0. Scroll also gonna get Boom. Blitz gonna pick up another one for the 3rd kill, and that leaves just one left underneath. And Heaven, can low main do it? The 2v1 picks up one. Now the 1v1, just 16 HP in a dream, but it's not good enough. Wildfire puts him down, gets the defuse. That's around the way, Converse.
All I need are these times.
Converse so far trading round for round this second half, still finding their 2-round lead as a result. But however, this does give them the eco advantage for the 3rd round of the second half. They're going to be buying ARs, Spectres, full shields, 1 half shield coming out from Rex. But all Gen Z can do at best is some shield, Sheriff for classic only. The abilities that they have. Actually, it looks like the Sheriff's going to be sold for a classic will be given out for a Frenzy to do 3 Sheriffs instead. This is going to be an interesting hold attack actually coming from Gen Z's Converse. They have the complete favorite for this 3rd round.
They do, having the guns for them a little bit of an advantage, of course, and Gen Z trying to find out where they want to commit. This mid presence not going to work out for them there. A Scroll going to be picked up from Blitz to start out the round. The Phantom ringing true here for the Astra, and they will throw out the blind just for the moment, and that does allow them to regroup into a mid. It looks like Gen Z might be pushing towards market, and they could rotate then into B. A lot of presence over here on the A site for Converse. If they're able to switch it over to this B site, they might catch them with only 2 members.
3 members pushing through market for Gen Z. They want to finally get the Wildfire holding the corner, finds Enzo with the Spectre. Rex supporting his teammate, finds 2. Decay getting headshotted, and Lucas will find the last one. Low main lurking around. A clean round coming out from Converse, opening up their lead just a little bit more. Round by round so far, Gen Z starting to fall behind on their attacking side. And this could start a stack for Converse. Winning this round would be huge for the defense. So Gen Z, pressure is building up little by little more on them.
Hey.
Converse, if they win this round, will make it quite difficult, as that's going to force a bit of a thrifty round onto Gen Z. They're able to buy out onto these Phantoms this round, but if they don't win this one, they might not have the economy to look for much other than the Sheriffs and others there. But we see the ultimate coming out from Scroll that is going to press go. Boom picks off Enzo, though, to start this one out, and they are onto the B site. Sage Wall going to come up. Boom going to come up big, though. Picks off 2 more. That's 3. Blitz gets another one, and just Scroll standing here. Last one alive. They're pushing onto the site, but Blitz gets the second one. Flawless comes out as Converse make it 10.
Converse are showing themselves to be absolutely scary on Ascent. Gen Z has had a dominant run in the tourney up until this point.
This should do.
And Converse has said, it's time that it stops. We're going to slow you down.
That goes there.
You may have
This
map
goes
1,
there.
but map number 2 is going to go our way. Map number 3, we're going to come out even stronger. No matter how close the first half ended up being, you're saying that on defense, Ascent is theirs. Gen Z, they're going to be the ones trying to push this A long, but the double flash coming out.
The flash!
Anyone. So the flash loses on Gen Z first, so Decay with the Sheriff headshot immediately onto Wildfire. He falls quickly, but this is still a gun advantage for Converse. Gen Z has to be careful. They have given the Vandal that they got from Wildfire to Scroll, confident in his ability to use this gun. They're gonna rotate, and this is interesting. Lowmain has actually found himself in an interesting spot. He's using his ult for vision, cancels it immediately, and J0 finds Lucas trying to cut them off at tiles. There's another gun possible for the team of Gen Z. Is another Vandal in their hands. Rex gets spotted by one motion of the dart. The tripwire comes through J0. So Rex with that knowledge will get the wall bang, leaving members trying to push through. The wall is up from Sage. Rex finds another onto low main, and this is all down on Rex. Can he do it? No, he can't. Scroll finding multiple kills makes it impossible for him to clutch this one up. They have found their 7th round and a possible start to a comeback.
Rex tries to make a stand there and gets some really nice shots, but just cannot find the last one on the scroll. And I think we actually see what looked to be an Odin. Traded that out, though. The op coming through from Lucas. We saw them pivot to that in the last match on Haven and had some nice pickups on it, so made it quite difficult to push onto some of these sites. So we'll see where they look to hold it. It looks like it's going to be across this mid onto Cat for the moment, and GenZ bringing that one back do lessen it down to only a 3-round difference as they're looking to split things up. 2 onto B, 3 onto A, and pushing around the corner is Low Main, looking for the kill here, has a couple shots, but does not get J0, takes out Wildfire though, and that will be good enough for a kill. Right now, it's a 4v5, numbers of course in the way of GenZ as Rex holding down B, and it looks like a slow rotation going to come back out. A still being held down by Cypher and the op of Lucas. Lucas could try to find a pick here in the mid though, but the Omen going to smoke that one out, spots it out, and that is going to be go full push onto B site.
Lucas missing the first op shot onto Low Main. Maybe punishment for his team as Scroll has found an opening kill onto the Sova after Wildfire taken down earlier on by his Sova. Blitz, however, is going to find Low Main with the headshot. So it's a 4v3 and 2 members with GenZ. Already low heal is coming through from the sky. They're going to do what they can. GenZ Scroll through the smoke is taking some poke. Boom is on point with his shots through the smoke so far this map. They do not want to let this go. This is still a winnable round for the 3v4. I say that, and Scroll, as the smoke falls, immediately finds the head of Blitz. He wants to find the head of Boom. He manages to do so. That's 2 in a row. This leaves Lucas all alone. It looks like the call has been to give up the site, save the gun the best you can. It is an up, as I'm sure this is not something they want to lose in terms of eco. The very big gun after all. GenZ, all 4 members out of the kill zone, managed to find themselves another round. 10-8. Converse are still in the lead, but the gap is closing. Passion, if there is a time where they need to reopen that gap, it is now. The eco has swapped.
It absolutely is vengeance. GenZ is knocking on the door, and Converse is trying to keep him out. We'll see if they can do it. This op did not come in exactly the way they wanted it to on that last round. Just could not hit the shot on the rotation across mid, and so far they haven't been pushing into it. Pretty wary of this op, as it looks like B is going to be the site for GenZ again. So far rotating 4 members in, 1 sitting on A. It looks like they're going to go through main, though 3 members of Converse are in the area, and Lucas holding this down. Decay could walk into an op shot if they're not too careful, but they're going to look to rejoin their team as a rotation coming back out. We could see them look instead to go towards mid across this Cat, but it could just be a fake. A couple members coming back towards B, Decay, and another in tow going towards A, and we see a pretty good split here for this team. Lucas, though, still holding down onto this A site with the op, has eyes onto them. Slow rotation coming out from Converse towards A, but they may be looking to go back. Starting to hear some footsteps down this B main.
Cover going out.
The ultimate coming out from Enzo forces the ultimate out of Rex in return, but Boom, undeterred on B site, takes down 2 by himself, forcing the rotation from his own team. Low Main is all alone in sight. He's trying to teleport through. He manages to do so. He wants to find anything, and he manages to find the kill onto Boom. He's gonna plant the K. The res onto Scroll. It is a bit of a risky res, but he manages to do it and get away. Wildfire unable to hit the shot. He uses the ultimate. He wants to find a good retake here. He's using his ultimate. He's been able to find good kills, but the K this time around is gonna stop that. Astra is gonna use her ultimate to prevent any more. Lucas finds the no scope onto Decay's Scroll with the return. Enzo finds 1, but Blitz, Rex both find the remaining 3 members, and Converse pull off 1 great clutch from the remaining 2 members, and they have reopened their gap.
Rex coming up big for Converse there, in 3 rounds the difference. Just 2 rounds, keep in mind, to lock this one away and take home the grand finals, the prize, the whole enchilada. We'll see if they can do it, Vengeance. And this op going back to Lucas, who had a really nice no scope at the end of that one. Now it's up to Gen Z to try to push onto the site just a little bit better. They got bogged down into this entrance of B main and just could not find their way through the defenses. Rex making it difficult for them, but A site could be the push for them as it looks like they have 5 members. They are still going to take it slow though, as Converse loaded up in this mid, could look for a flank around. Now it looks like they finally want to start the push onto it with Decay leading.
This is a full send. Converse have 2 members sitting near Garden. They are not wanting to give anything up. Lucas, he's not hitting any of his op shots so far, but he's not in any danger either. He's going to use the ultimate, finding himself up towards heaven, and he's going to draft up as high as he can. He did not find any enemy members, but because Boom comes through behind, finds the headshot on Lil May, he's able to get the ultimate off.
Target down.
And this is not looking good. J0 falls as well. Wildfire finds Enzo. Only 2 members so far. Fallen Decay doing what he can. Wildfire has found Scroll. Decay, he's doing everything he can. He finds Rex, but Blitz is there for the through the wall trade. And again, 2 members surviving for Converse. They now find themselves at match point. And this, yet again,
Match point.
grand finals match point.
It is so much pressure on Gen Z, but we've seen them be in a spot like this before and push through. It's up to Scroll to step up. We've seen him do it before. We'll see if they can do it again, but Converse are not going to make it easy. Rex and Wildfire have had this site pretty much on lockdown for the most part, and Wildfire going to be taking point, but it looks like a 4-man setup over here on the B side. 1 floating around on A. They're going to be pushing in here. Decay steps up. The blind comes out onto 3. Does get 1, but the trade out. Rex get 1 onto Scroll, and that's pretty big as low main trades out. We are back to it 3-on-3. Neither team wanting to give up anything, but Blitz picking out low main could be the tiebreaker there, and they are looking to push on to the last 2 remaining members. Just 2 left for this squad, and Converse are swarming onto it, though Cypher sitting around the corner as J0 picks up 1 onto Blitz, pushing onto the site. Decay is trying to get Rex, but Rex gets 1, and Decay finally takes him down. Boom v Rex. Decay planting here is a 1v1 mono E mono vengeance.
Boom, he has an idea of where the stage is. Decay, he makes a mistake jumping onto the wall. No knowledge of Boom. The immediate headshot. That, ladies and gentlemen, Converse has taken the grand finals of the Godset Gaming Trial of Diligence tournament.
Or else your families would be next.
What an incredible 3 maps played, and Converse has shown the tenacity and ability to yet again win a grand finals.
Converse, your repeat champions, find a way to do it. But what an exciting grand finals. If nothing else, we've seen that Gen Z can certainly punch up and deal with a team of this level. They were there until the final moments of it, and just a few mistakes cost them in the final match. But shout out to both of these teams. Fantastic job, and hats off again to Converse, our winners. They take it all home. They are back again. We'll see if they come back for our next trials coming up, and there will certainly be some more information about that. But overall, great job, and thank you to all the teams for coming out and participating.
Now, before we go ahead and say goodbye, we do have the one and only Angel Legos standing by for a quick little interview.
All right, thank you, Vengeance. We are back, and we are interviewing the one and only Converse Esports Rex. How you doing, my man?
Doing good. Feel good right now.
That's good to hear. I mean, how do you feel like being the champions of the Godset Gaming Trials of Discipline tournament?
Feels pretty good, but it's kind of expected, you know. After the last one, feel like we just gotta keep winning these.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, we're gonna win the next two, and then the big one, gonna win all of them.
I love that confidence, my man. This game was probably one of the biggest, hypest tournaments in the game, as this game was the only game that went to 3 games, as you guys went neck and neck the whole time. Because Gen Z, they were down by a little in the first game, in the first half, and then in the second half they just took it all the way, going 13-7. I want to know what you guys were thinking in the first game and what happened when the second half just started.
So we haven't worked a lot on bind. So we watched the series before, so we kind of had an idea of what they were going to do, but they were just five pushing them, so we at the same time really didn't have much to go off of. To be honest with you, that first map after we lost, we didn't care. We knew that Haven was coming next. That game, it didn't affect our mentals.
Yeah, man, you guys in the first half of that game, you guys were going in strong, going 7-5, but Gen Z taking it away towards the second half, going 13-7 to end the game. But then then the next map in Haven, you guys started off the game going 9-3. I want to hear your thoughts on how confident you guys were, because it really showed in that half.
Haven, we know. Okay, so we've played Gen Z a lot. Like, we've played each other a lot, and I have to give them credit because they've gotten a lot better. But we know that our Haven is really good, and we're extremely confident on Haven, and that's why we didn't care about the first map, and we're decent at Ascent. So when we went up 9-3, I was feeling good. I was like, this is expected. And then, we let them back like we did in the bind game.
Yeah, man, Gen Z in this round has been known for coming back a lot, as it showed today that they came back from a 93 deficit in that second game, but were unable to win, as you guys took that game 14-12. You guys put a bit of a nail biter towards the end, and I just want to hear your thoughts on on that towards and that end game. If you guys were just like, as you guys were thinking that you guys were confident in the next game, or you guys thought that you got to be harder on that team.
We've made it an extremely, we've honed in on our mentals and trying to stay confident, even if we lose a map. If we let a team back in, it doesn't affect us. We're still just as confident going into the next map.
Yeah, man, it looked like Haven was like the map you guys best performed in, but then going into bind for the third game, it looked like it was about to repeat all over again, as in the first half it became 7-5 again. But towards the end of that game in the second half, you guys didn't let them do the same thing they did in the first game. You guys went in and battled it out to beat it 13-8. I want to hear what you guys changed and what you guys were thinking through that, as you guys didn't let let it happen again like in the first game.
So we picked up on the fact that they were playing Sova and Sky together, and I believe Sage and Omen together. So the way that last map worked, I didn't IGL on attack. I let Tyson take over on attack because I think he's more comfortable calling on that map than I am. And then for defense, I called. So offense, I don't know what his mindset was. But I know on defense, I knew that, or I picked up on early that they like to fake, or that they like to show presence and then wait 30 seconds and then go. So I tried to make sure that we didn't over rotate when they would show presence somewhere, because there's a high possibility that they fake.
And man, you guys took the whole game, the whole round, and you just didn't let Gen Z come back in that last game. You guys were able to pull it off, but I'm also wondering what happened in the beginning of that round as you guys swapped Jake to Lucas, and I want to hear like what happened there. Like, was there anything going on, and why that happened? Because he was the MVP in the round before that.
So I can't go into too much detail because I just can't. But pretty much there was personal issues within the team, and we mutually agreed to part ways.
Yeah, man. And also in the beginning, I don't know, there was a bit of a trouble with Lucas as well. I was wondering what happened there. I mean, it was a big long pause. I wasn't sure what was going on.
We I don't know. We ate something.
Yeah.
I told him he's never eating whatever he ate again. I mean, we just went up 2-1. I think we lost pistol and somehow won the next two. I was feeling good, and then my teammate killed my momentum. I was like, "Come on, man, control your bowels for 30 minutes, please."
Yeah, man. Someone
It's all
kind of
good though, cause Lucas the goat.
Someone kind of leaked the phone number in there as well. I don't know if that's real or not.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, man. But I hope he's all right. I hope Lucas is all right. I know he's doing really well now that he just won the whole thing already. So I bet he's feeling great, even with a rough stomach like that. But it looked like you guys were going in here. You guys were one of the big team as well, because Gen Z was literally mowing down teams, and it looked like you guys as well were mowing down teams. So this was expected to be a big game, as you guys put on a hell of a show going into this game, and you guys were the bigger team. You guys were better than them, and you guys took it all. So I mean, now that you guys are champions of this tournament, what are you guys going to be doing after?
Practicing for VCS and VCT.
Awesome. I love to hear that.
The big focus. I just got to say though, it was all for content. That first map, it was just for content. We had to make the viewers feel something.
I mean, you got to bring hype to the viewers.
Exactly.
Got to keep them interested. Got to keep them watching. But you guys did amazing. You guys are champions. I appreciate you guys being out here. Competing, and you guys just won $100 for your whole team. But you guys are feeling great right now.
Yeah, we're feeling good, and I want to thank Quad and everybody who's working the tournament for hosting the tournament. It's nice to be able to play in a competitive environment and like it be casted and all that. It's nice, and I'm glad, and I appreciate that Quad tries his hardest to make this run as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate your time being out here for the interview. Go celebrate with your team. I know you guys are going to be, all happy about your cash prize and winning this tournament. I appreciate you coming out here and spending your time. But I don't want to keep you here for long. So, I hope you have a good rest of your night, and congrats on winning the tournament.
Thank you. You have a good night as well. And I just want to say to everyone watching, we're not stopping here, baby. Nope. It's not stopping. Couldn't stop us in the first one. Got close, but couldn't stop us in the second one. I don't think anybody's going to stop us in the third or the fourth or the last one.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. My man is confident already, and he's already predicting the future. Yeah, thank you for being out here.
Anytime, man. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Appreciate anyone who watched, and I appreciate the tourney hoster. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Have a good night. That was Jeffrey. I was interviewing, but that was Converse Esports as they win the tournament, beating Gen Z 2-1 in the tournament and in that round as they take it all, as they are the champions of your Trial of Discipline tournament. They have done extremely well as they literally avenged Godset because as we all know, Gen Z gave most of the fans watching the tournament a big upset as they took out the hometown team of this stream. But Converse Esports, you better. I mean, if you guys are fans of them, if you guys want to thank them for beating the team that beat the hometown team as Converse Esports, like they said, they ain't stopping here and they're gonna keep going no matter what. So they are confident for future tournaments, and they're confident in doing their thing. And I appreciate everyone being out here competing today. I appreciate all the teams. You guys put a hell of a show. Everyone competing out, taking out their time. It was an amazing tournament. I loved watching this tournament. This is my first ever tournament watching. This is my first ever hosting this tournament and watching it. And, I appreciate Quad letting me come out here and, do the interviews and be the host. I appreciate Hyro or I don't know how you pronounce the name, but thank you as well for being out here and helping as well with the stream. And, I appreciate everyone being out here, everyone in the staff. Let me just pull up the names real quick. I appreciate all the casters being out here. Ashkin, Disco Ninja, Envy, Vengeance, Bastion, all those guys, man. I appreciate them being out here as well. It wouldn't be a great show without them. We better thank the casters because they did one hell of a job casting all these games today. And, it's been a blast watching all of this and watching them cast as well, So I hope you guys had one hell of a show today. I hope you guys did took notes from all these teams. These teams compete out here all the time. They compete in other tournaments as well. They're doing their best. They're trying the hardest to be one of the best teams out there. They're trying to get big. They're trying to put a name out there. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this tournament and how hype it was because I sure did enjoy this tournament. So thank you for everyone. Thank you all for all the fans being out here. I hope you guys have one great night, and I hope to see you guys in the future. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm Angel Legos. I was your host, and I'm signing off.